Yes.
Yes.
Y'all hear those white men? Excitement. We're back. The Ooh Ladies First panel is back for another week of heart palpitating, long ass lives to discuss all the things that went down on social media via Beyonce's internet. It is me, BondyBlue, and this is the Ooh Ladies First panel. You can hit us up at ooladiesfirstpanel@gmail.com and follow all of us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. At Jamie, that's me, at BondyBlue, at Nisi Dixon. Ooh, is the ladies ready?
Ready,
Ooh,
Eddie.
he is ready.
Okay. Hi, y'all.
Hey,
Hey.
y'all.
What's
Hey.
What's
going on? We need
good?
applause.
Happy Thursday. Yes. Come on, applause.
Yeah, I like that.
Put y'all hand claps in the chat. We want to
You know
feel
what I'm
like y'all clapping
saying?
with the people.
Okay. That's what I need in my life. All right. How y'all doing tonight, ladies?
Doing pretty good.
Hydrated.
Come on,
Okay. It
hydration.
looks that way. It looks
Come
that way,
on.
girl. Yes. All right. I'm glad everyone's hydrated and drinking their agua. Listen, we have a few things to get into. We are so glad to see y'all in
Yes.
here
Welcome, y'all. Come
tonight.
on in. Come on
Okay. We
in.
appreciate y'all hand claps. Okay. Now, if you hear a rumbling and a tumbling, please don't worry none. It's my dog. He likes to just lie on my feet and snore. He
That's
may
how I go.
be, he may not be. Who knows? But without any further ado, I want to just hop right into the first topic. We ain't gonna waste y'all
Okay.
time because we got a lot to get through. So let's start.
You know, maybe I should just marry, whether I'm 100% happy with the person or not. Maybe I should marry just so that I have a partner, a partner for life, right? And
I hate this filter. She looks like Tamar.
I was thinking about
Ooh.
having a partner for life. Even though I know the person isn't right for me, I'm just thinking having a partner for life. At least there's someone, maybe we would have an agreement that this person would be there for me and I would be there for them during hard times or medical times or something like that. And so she and I was throwing this conversation back and forth. And so we were throwing this conversation back and forth. And
The filter hiding her tears.
I feel like
And the
the
bow
reason why I
ties.
want to talk about it because I feel
Yes.
like there's many women who would feel
Burn.
like, I know this guy is not the right guy, but maybe we are cool enough or friendly enough or we like each other enough where maybe we should get married and we're just partners for life. But being partners for life, kind of means that, he will see whoever he wants to see. I will see whoever I want to see. And we will be there for each other during hard times. And, but doing that, you have to know that that person will probably be talking to other people and loving other.
Don't blame Mr. Charlie. It's
Yep.
giving having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. So I'm gonna just take what I got and work with it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
That's what it's giving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly sad for her, for real. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's such a sad place to be in as a woman, to have money and access and not be able to enjoy it because you need someone else to be with you so badly. Like, I feel like whenever, women lose their husbands and they have like wealth and access, man, please go eat, pray, and love. Please, like, take your money and somebody with a camera and jet set on an adventure, okay? An adventure to enjoy your life, to laugh hard and ride dick. Like, who knows, okay? And I'm just saying, like, she has everything that she needs to go and figure out a way to be happy all on her own. But instead, she sits in a bed wrapped in sheets, beat to the gods in a good wig with a filter on, crying about how she wants to accept a little piece of ain't shit ass nigga just so she's not alone. And I understand that if you had been with the man for a long time, like if you and Greg, because I feel like that's what was going on with her and Greg. They was together, but they wasn't together. You know what I'm saying? During those last few years. So I feel like, if you was in a situation like that, I would understand you wanting to have a piece of man, even if it's not that great, because you comfortable and you known that person. You could trust that person. You can't trust none of these men that you coming into contact with at this point. So accepting them just to have them is dangerous, in my opinion. It's not the same thing as somebody you done been with for years. So I kind of pray that she gets out of this, but she has an inability to look at herself, so I don't know if that's gonna happen.
You know what the most scary part of this video is to me? Is that she sat in front of the camera and cried.
Why?
Like, I will never understand people who hop on the internet and make videos crying. I will never. It just don't make sense to me. I believe that she probably has those thoughts, but I just can't relate. I don't think nothing will make me hop on the internet and cry in front of the camera and post it. And it's even more. I
You got
kept going
pride,
and I'm a Scorpio, so I was going back and forth watching the video because, like, the words that come out of her mouth sound really sad. But I'm like, is it me? Am I being too hard? Or is it that I just can't feel because the Botox won't let her express the way that she is expressing? So it's like, do I want to call bullshit and say that I think she's full of it? I don't see no tears. Or do I want to say that it's the Botox?
Y'all couldn't see it in her eyes.
I don't know.
I couldn't. I mean, I could hear it in her nose, her sniffles and stuff. For me, I definitely feel bad for Nene because I feel like this is what we're seeing is delayed grieving process, in my opinion, because as soon as Greg died, like a month later, we see her pop out with this dude that probably had been around the whole time. So not the whole time, but for quite a while. So I just feel like she hasn't properly had the time to really sit in that. I think she's been running away from that, and her feeling lonely in this moment kind of makes sense to me. She's older. A lot of men would prefer her age, would prefer younger women versus somebody like her that's a bit older, their age. Okay, they don't be wanting that. So for me, I do feel bad for Nene. I think she's used to being in a relationship, used to having somebody to have her back, hold her down, and the person that she thought would be here forever, they're not here. So I can't relate to that. I be seeing stuff like that on TikTok where people be married and be with these people and they be young folks and then they mates die. Like I don't know. I just really feel bad for them. Like, damn, this the person you thought you was gonna be with till you like 80, whatever, and they're gone. So I definitely feel bad for her on that. So yeah, I mean that's ultimate. I do. I feel bad for Nene.
She should go on Golden Bachelor.
Listen, I said they need to create a show for her. They should create a song for her.
Make her the Golden Bachelorette.
Yeah, I agree. But this is my thing I did want to point out though. I didn't like when she said that maybe she should basically settle for somebody because it really triggered her that she had to put a friend down as her point of contact. So that's how she's like, okay, should I just marry somebody just so I can have a point of contact or have somebody to go through stuff with? But my thing is, if you already feel halfway with the person that you're considering being in a relationship with, why would you think that they would show up for you during your time of illness? If they not really showing up for you how you may need them to without that.
Trust these niggas?
I don't know. Nene
especially not in your old age. Yeah, even if she were like, okay, so if I'm gonna just say this, most men they're not the caregivers for their wives all the time. Not a lot of the time. A lot of the times, if you need somebody to take care of you, you got to rely on, yourself, family members, or friends, because a lot of times men won't really do all of what is required. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to somebody needing help. So I feel like, as much as she wants to feel bad about that, having a friend that you can actually call is a great thing, because they
I
got
think
people
that
that
is true.
no one to call. And you over there crying because the person that you have to call, you not fucking them? Like, girl, I guess.
Just feeling a little
That
lonely that
loneliness.
her life
Yeah.
ain't, and then it was at nighttime. You could tell when she did. That's when people really feel the loneliest.
And they
When
be
it's late
drinking, sitting in the
night.
bed on live, talking to people they think like them.
It was
I
the
know,
late
girl. I get
night
caught up
That's
loneliness.
sometimes
really
too.
sad.
That's why they say if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight.
That's what I was trying to think of in my head. I was like, which one is it?
You be
till tonight.
Girl.
girl. Yes, I will. Wait until tonight. Wait
what it's
until
given.
tonight, baby.
It
Child
is.
KC or the
Damn, I hate
original.
that for her.
Listen,
Okay, it is
Nene
very
said, "I'm gonna
sad.
monetize off these tears." Hey Jada, how are you?
She is.
That's what she did. She came down to the
Pay me for
YouTube,
my
baby.
pain. Pay me for
Period.
my pain.
Okay, she was like, "Give me my coin. Let
I
me come
mean,
on down to the
listen,
YouTube."
at the end of the day, you have to purge, and it may not always be the best to purge to the internet. But bitch, if you need to purge, then purge. And if your purging gets you a little paper in your pocket, I don't see the problem.
I agree. I agree.
Okay.
That's why I'm not. Cause see, here's the difference too, though. Cause I'm glad you said that. Cause like I don't trip off of people crying on social media, right? But I know that both of y'all do. Y'all be like, what the fuck going on? So I have to give Nene credit because at least she brought it to a platform that she got a coin off of.
That is
versus
true.
bringing it
Okay.
down to the Instagram or the
That's
Twitter,
true.
crying and you ain't getting that for it. So
What more do you want from me? Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my
yeah,
god.
I
Okay.
think he set it off. I can't look at no tears. Like I can't. He set
like
it off
he,
for
I ain't
me.
gonna lie, like he is one that I'm like, girl, stop. Like that's sad. I don't be believing Tyrese's tears. I'm sorry, but he was singing for his damn life the other night, though.
He was. Did you hear him? Girl.
That man was
Also, we
singing,
gonna
baby.
listen, we gonna talk about it a little bit because like I kind of sort of remember the performances because I watched them on the BET YouTube page after. So we gonna
Okay.
have to talk about some things. But I was watching it, but I got looks and everything. So hold it, okay? But please remember to bring that up. And for us to
Okay.
bring up Brett. Because bitch, I was not ready and it wasn't, I needed it and I ain't know that I needed it. Boy, save it, Jamie, save it.
Okay,
Oh,
those two. Okay.
Yes. Okay, in the mind. Okay, so next thing. Hold up. Where we at? Oh, okay.
Because I slept with a few dudes in the past in college does not mean you're going to sit there and call the wedding off. It was in college. Right now, no. Right now, college. It was in college. Oh, for the love of God. It was in college. It was in college. You act like you never curious before. You never messed around with. I'm a good man. Any woman will want a man like me. Any woman will want a man like me. Like me. So you go ahead and try to throw me away. You go ahead and try. Like I said, let me tell you something. You will never find another man like me. You will never find another man like me. You're judging me. And that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. For what? For what? College. I'm a different man now. Serious. You're not serious. It's not finished. It's not finished. It's because I can be. Because you're judging me. Because I slept with a few guys in my past.
So this was on the internet, and apparently the young woman canceled the nuptials when she found out that her fiancé had some sexual encounters with some men in college. And he was very upset. And I just kind of feel like you gotta see, because I feel like it's hard for men versus for women, as a bisexual woman, it's hard for men to be honest about these things, because they still want access to women. it's tough because like you would want to know some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you would want to make that decision for yourself. But in the grand scheme of things, like, does it matter? He probably gonna cheat on you with a man, so it do matter.
That's
Go ahead,
what I
y'all.
was.
I,
Girl, and
I
Bow
can't
already
even.
did on the Bachelor
you
night.
know, I mean,
I
you probably gonna get cheated on anyway. But you know, if you got a preference for that,
I went through the cycle of now that the internet low key be conditioning our brains. I went through the cycle of, oh well, it's messed up because she's saying that he can't be bisexual, but women can, and then I was like, hold on, like be for real, like let's just think. So I was just thinking,
for real.
yeah, let's just think, like for real. It took me back to Love Is Blind and the boy Carlton. I had to think about where they was in this situation. He waited until he was about to marry the girl to tell her that he had been with men before. And I think that my issue isn't that he had been with men. My issue is that he manipulated her. And to me, I think that's the bigger concern, is that you manipulated her to get what you want. Why would you wait that far to tell her that, not allow her to make her own decision? And then when she does tell you that she's mad and she's leaving, you don't allow her to be upset because you manipulated her, and now she'll never find a man better than you. That scares me more, because he could manipulate her about other things too. And a man that I can't trust is scarier than a man that's slept with men in college and now say he delivered and he like women now.
I agree
You know, 'cause you could say
1000%.
that.
I was just thinking the same thing, DC. I'm like, I don't even think it's about the dudes. It's more so the lie that you withheld the entire time that y'all were in this relationship. So if you're hiding that, what else are you around here hiding? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you want to try and bash her, and I feel like put her on display as though she's homophobic or whatever the case is, because she doesn't want to marry you or be with you. But at the same time, you unsure about your own sexuality or whatever because you withheld it from her for this damn long. So I don't blame her for wanting to call off the wedding, because I think it's bigger than the guys. It's just the trust factor that's now broken. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure maybe the embarrassment comes with that as well, of, what you were out here doing. Hell, but the thing is, people probably been laughing at you because they probably knew. You the one just finding out. That's the crazy part. So I mean, I don't blame her, girl. You better do that ceremony and get married to yourself then, so that money don't go to waste, girl. That's what I say. But yeah.
Well, there is that.
I don't like how he put
I
her on
mean,
display like that. Like,
I
on the
didn't like
camera.
that either. Like, to shame her or some shit like that. That's what really hurt
Yeah.
me. Like, why you gotta because you would think that she would be the one recording him, but he's recording her. And it's to shame her. It's because you lost control of the situation. You feel a whole bunch of shame, and instead of dealing with that on your end, you're sprouting it at her as if there's something she can do about you feeling shame and guilt over your sexuality. You need to go deal with that, sir. That's not that lady responsibility. That's not that lady responsibility to help you feel better about the fact that you like men and women, and you couldn't be honest about that with that lady. So yeah,
Right.
it is what it is.
That's
You know. So let's go ahead and move on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Okay, that's a bop. Let's go ahead and get into the first advice letter. Okay. She writes, I have been in a 2-year live-in situationship with a male younger than I. He will be 40 next month. I am a purpose-driven female, but not by society standards. Very spiritual, and my man was manifested by me after being in a 5-year lesbian relationship. I decided to get a male because I have land and plans that I decided it would be better to have in-home help than outsourcing. However, he hasn't done a thing with the land.
Why she say get a male like she talking about a damn shepherd dog?
Right. And I feel like she over here talking in cold as fuck, talking about get a land. I'm like, do you have land literally, or is that supposed to be a code word for something?
She says I have land and plans that I decided it would be, meaning that she got land that she want to do shit on. like I guess build or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. But I guess she wanted her a man in order to help her do the physical work, but he not doing it.
Gotcha.
She says that she's become attached, but he is more attached to her emotionally. She says, I don't believe men are capable of love. That's why she's calling him a male. He got dumb, crooked dick, and I tried to keep the sex to a minimum. Luckily, he's not a p-hound. I have another male who gives me money. They know about each other. How can I ditch them both and start over? Restraining order is my first option. I pay my own rent and my name is solely on my lease and my truck is paid for. I am a paralegal student, 1 credit short of my AA. Ready to open my nonprofit on my homestead in another year if I work hard, which I do. But I recently got diagnosed with carpal tunnel and my finger pay me. My hands are my money, hence why I had to take on another male. I had to quit my day job for health reasons. Should I wait till my health improves? Yes. I think you should absolutely wait until your health improves before you break up with these niggas. If this is what you was using them for.
But I say, bitch, just be gay. Just go back to your girlfriend, because I'm confused. Like, you don't even want them. Girl, you could get men, you could be with a woman and men and still help you out. Like, I'm confused on why you went and disrupt
I don't know about
these
that.
people's time.
I mean, just
Like-
hire somebody off a thumbtack.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. She can't just pay
Like,
somebody to do this stuff. Like, what you gotta fuck him for? But you know, she do gotta fuck the dude to give her money. So there's that. I mean, she
But
sounds
then she said
bisexual
restraining order is the first option. I'm
Right.
confused.
Why would you get that?
because something about the dumb crooked dick dude must give her. He not gonna take my no for an answer.
Because he
He not gonna
attached
take my get out.
emotionally.
Yeah.
Can she unmanifest a man?
Please.
I believe so. But that's
Yeah, I
that's
think
not man. I believe you can manifest him getting the fuck out your face.
Please.
I absolutely think you can. I
Bring
was
the other girl in to
real,
keep him occupied and shit.
if that's what she into. I mean, I would just break up with this not working. I'm sorry, this not working. You gotta
I
go.
don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be
I
the reason
can't
why.
do this anymore. I feel like it's just something's missing. You just kept so hard. I just can't, like I'm sorry. Doja Cat
Girl,
reference.
this is an interesting letter here. I'm trying to paint the picture in my head of what this would look like on Tubi.
Girl, listen, I'm thinking TLC. You thinking Tubi, I'm thinking TLC. She said homes. Like that sounds like a TLC
This
show.
might be, this might be a reality.
Hey, bitch, you got a farm and I mean, listen, it do be mad brother husbands over there. Okay. It be brother husbands and sister wives over there on TLC, child, especially people that's just trying to farm land. It's so funny that we laugh about this as if that's not the reason why people used to get together back in the day. Like people literally used to get together back in the day so that they could have enough kids to take care of farmland. That shit is hilarious. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we just say, break them off easy, but break them off, and wait until you got your ducks in a row. Okay. You don't want to be somewhere with your hands stuck and no money in your pocket.
Right.
Let's move on to the next one. Make sure y'all like the video as y'all come in. I need your insight on how to handle the following. I have 2 teenage children with my ex-husband. My oldest does not like to spend time at his new girlfriend's house because she lives an hour and a half away. So any after school activities, my ex won't take him because he doesn't want to make the drive from his girlfriend to my child's school. I encourage my child to express his feelings about the situation and how he doesn't like how he talks to him, which in turn hurt my ex's feelings. Child, how that hurt your feelings? Never mind. He has not seen or spoken with my child since June and is refusing to provide financial support. I am already pursuing legal options to enforce support, but I am torn between forcing my child to speak with, visit his father, or stay out of it because my child already expressed his feelings very clearly. I'm gonna tell you.
Can you run it back?
I can't.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Basically, what she's saying is that she has 2 teenage children with her ex-husband. Her oldest son does not like to spend time with the daddy at the daddy's new girlfriend's house because it's an hour and a half away. And then when it comes time for after school activities, the daddy can't be responsible because he's an hour and a half away. And the son felt away. I guess the son feel like, why the hell would you move an hour and a half away when we live here? So the son expressed his feelings. The daddy got his feelings hurt by that. And so now the daddy is not talking to the son, I'm guessing. Yeah, because she said him. He's not talking to his son, and he's not paying any child support.
Hmm.
And she's trying to figure out whether she should force her son to talk to his father or stay out of it, because she says my child already expressed his feelings very clearly.
That's helpful, because I thought the child's girlfriend was an hour and a half away. I was like, what?
Yeah, no. I think my oldest and I spend time in the girlfriend's house. He's my
Yeah, what
ex-husband,
you
so that's
said
what
was
I'm
right.
guessing. Yeah.
I feel like when you first started reading, I was thinking these were like little kids, even though it says teenager, I was thinking of children. But when I feel like, your kids are teenagers, I think it's important to teach them to honor how they feel. A lot of times people like to force their kids to have conversations with people that they don't want to have conversations with, and they definitely may not be ready. And I'm like, you as a human being wouldn't want nobody to force you to do that either. So if that's how that boy feels, that he doesn't want to talk to his dad, in my personal, I wouldn't force that at all. Give that daddy the range to reach out, do what he needs to do. And if he doesn't, and he's not trying to provide financially, then you got to do what you got to do, which is get the money up out of him legally. And my thing is, I feel like the daddy did that purposely, moving an hour and a half away with somebody else. I feel like he was trying to cause a damn inconvenience right out the gate. Why she couldn't move with you? Like, why y'all couldn't move closer or something? I don't
Because
know.
those children were
Daddy's
not,
mm-hmm.
he didn't care. He didn't care. That's why. Because them children
Right.
wasn't a
They weren't
priority.
priority. Yeah. Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
I agree with you 100%, Jamie. Especially on the having kids honor how they feel. But yeah, no, I don't think that he wanted to be involved. It made it easier for him to just see them, what they call a FaceTime parent.
Mm-hmm.
FaceTime parent, see the kids on the holidays. I mean, like an hour and a half really ain't that far for him to drive, but he gonna do what he want to do, and it's obviously not show up. So yeah, she should pursue the legal support.
And then the
Yeah.
daddy
And don't
playing
force your
victim
kid.
for me. Talking about
Right.
his fucking
His
feelings
feelings
hurt
hurt.
because like,
Oh.
I don't like that. I feel like when kids get
Mm-mm.
older, parents got to get to a place, in my opinion, that your children, you should create space for them to express themselves. And sometimes with them expressing themselves, it is going to be them letting you know that your ass is wrong. And you just gonna
Mm-hmm.
have to eat that, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because parents be around here thinking, because I'm the parent and I said so. Okay, but it doesn't necessarily mean how you handle this or what you're saying is actually right. And you over here trying to play damn victim because your feelings hurt. Another excuse to
Mm-hmm.
not fulfill your duties as a father. It's sad. I wouldn't play with his ass no more. I'm gonna be like, what you trying to do, son? Because I'm not gonna make that decision for you. You're gonna make that decision. So when you look back on this years later, it's not gonna be my mama did it. Nah, baby. How you feel? Well, I respect how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we moving. And that's just what we gonna
I
do.
agree.
Mm-mm.
Well, that was all the advice letters we have for y'all tonight. Let's go ahead and move on. All right. So we're about to get into the BET Hip Hop Award looks, and I just wanted to let y'all know to unmute yourself. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right, it didn't do it. Great. All right. So here are some of the looks from the BET Hip Hop Award show that happened this past week. We have Pretty V here on the end. We have our girl Suki Hana. Suki, what they say is good coochie. Safari, who has obviously given up on his stylist as well as his life. He is oiled up and shirtless on the green carpet. And Yandy showed up beautifully, dressed as if she's going to an award show that people care about. And then Mendices, dressed as if he's going to the award show that everyone else is going to.
Where's Mendices?
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Hilarious.
I'm just
Comfortable.
saying, like he got on some jeans and a sweater, and she got on a dress that looked like it could stab somebody. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna just say I think Yandy looked amazing. I'm glad to see that Suki wasn't rolling around on the ground, and I think Pretty V looks a mess.
I like Pretty V's outfit. I hate her hair so much. She could have did something better with that. But I think the dress or whatever is cute. I think Suki looks nice. Safari looks like the clown that he is. It's like after a while seeing his body, it's like it's not that. It's like it's tiring. Now we want to see what you look like with some actual clothes put on. I feel like if you would have put like a suit on or something like that, gave us something different, maybe we would have thought, oh, you look nice, Safari. But baby, been there, done that, seen that. Let's move on. Um, do I like Yandy? No. Outfit, it's nice. That's about it. She do look stuffed up the top though. She looks stuffed up top, but it's decent.
Okay. Pretty V does look pretty. I don't know what to say. I'm struggling. Because I'm struggling because part of me was like, I don't like the hair, but I like the dress. But the more I actually look at the dress, I don't really like the dress. It's just because Pretty V is pretty. I think that the ends of her, like, I wish she would have done something different with the ends of her braids. Like, a straight back look would have been cute if the hair gave finish, not like pre-install, you know? Suki, I don't really think much about Suki, y'all, like, ever. I don't know. I don't know what to make of Suki though. No, I just don't. I just never think much about Suki. I just feel like every time I see her, she like kind of doing the most. So it's hard for me to even look at this and like just. I don't know.
Thought she tried to clean it up just a little bit. You know, having on a bit of clothes, trying to give a little bit of a piece of classy if she could, but staying true to herself because she got to reveal some piece of skin. So I feel like she did, better than what I'm used to seeing her do.
Thank you, Jamie.
She looked like she being choked by this dress, though.
Not choked. I think she liked it.
I like her hair.
She do.
Her hair is
I like the hair too.
All
right.
Y'all gonna hate me.
Go ahead.
No, we not. Come on.
Safari look good, y'all.
Yeah.
Safari looks good. This is very much giving Love and Hip Hop. It's very much giving BT. Very much giving his body looks good. He looks good. I like it. Okay. He's still a clown, but I like it. Yandy, yeah. I don't know. I think she's trying to step into her I'm not loving hip hop, I'm social justice Yandy. And I'm coming to step at this show a little bit different than y'all. The dress is cute. But money. Yeah, it is cute. I just wouldn't see it for this award show. And I prefer seeing Yandy with some type of curl or wave in her hair. It looks so much prettier to me.
I said the same thing, Niecy. I said the same thing.
Yeah, the texture looks so pretty on Yandy.
Let me play this video again because she looked like she had a hump in her wig when the person was combing her wig. And you right though, because I was like, I do like Safari's pants. I do feel like I wish he would have had a shirt on, like any type of shirt, to make it an actual outfit. And we could have still saw his body. Like he could have had the shirt open. You know what I'm saying? You could have wore a vest. Vests are in right now. Like why you just out there with no shirt on whatsoever? Like it's just
I mean, he like looked like he coming to fuck your life up.
Right.
He looked like scared. She looked miserable, honestly. But yeah, Yandy got this hump in her wig and it's making me upset. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
So you guys, here we have the second group of people. We have Ari Fletcher squeezing the life out of those boobs. We have Sexy Red in Forever 21. I don't know what the fuck that is. Bitch, is that Hendrix? No, not
That's
Hendrix.
Fredericks
in Hollywood. Fredericks in Hollywood. That's what that shit looked like. I don't even know if they still have Fredericks in Hollywood, but that's what that shit looked like. Spencer's, if you will. I think Glorilla looks amazing. It's giving Left Eye. I love the skirt. The skirt looks comfortable. I feel like I will wear that skirt down to the ball with some boots. And I think that Coily Ray looks crazy. I think that she likes to make us uncomfortable with her torso. And I am like, it's just extremely long And she does wear shit that accentuates it instead of adding more of a curve to her body. She would instead like to spank walk, instead of
Yeah.
dressing in a way to flatter her body. She would rather spank walk. And I ain't mad at her. I just hate the fact that her hair is clashing with the outfit. I want the hair to be
Yeah.
purple or burgundy, something that would go well.
Lotto
But yeah.
said blunt big as Coil Ray, and she got mad about it.
Ari, I like your face and your face makeup and your hair.
You struggle to say that, Jamie.
No, I ain't know how to say it because I ain't want to say I like your face and then people be starting to take a dig at her. Her outfit is her outfit isn't. I don't know. Goddamn. Listen. I think her outfit may be. I don't know, Ari. Listen, face makeup, hair, yes. Sexy, nothing sexy about it. Okay, just like the video you dropped. Glow, you cute. You cute. I don't think it was that cold for what you had on. The bottom part, that extra. I don't think so. Okay, I'm saying okay. That is cute. She looks cute. Chloe, I don't really like your outfit, but what I love is your sex appeal that you give. And I feel like because of that, it can make one kind of like the outfit a bit. So I don't know. It's like giving, like, I can see you doing more than music. I can see you doing like model type stuff, at some point and being, kind of like, y'all know how Sierra do, like she be doing like all the little, modeling and stuff. I feel like Koi kind of gives that. So yeah, but here we are, girl. I guess the only person that's truly on brand would be Sexy Red Child coming to the Hip Hop Awards. But
they got her to take her glasses off for these pictures.
Oh, I hate it.
I just want to say that everybody except for Glorilla looks an absolute mess. Absolutely.
That's how I feel.
That's all.
She was paying homage to Left Eye. That was nice of her.
Yeah, it was pretty. She looked pretty.
Now that song you did, Glow, you was wrong for that shit. Because the audience was not moving. You told them to stand up, and I knew they weren't going to put the camera on the audience because they were still sitting down. And you did 2 of them. Okay, Miss Glow, you're going to have to do better because I don't know where your sound is going, girl. But it's not giving the previous songs that you have given us. And I feel like you're going to get lost in the sauce in a second.
I hope not. I love Glow. I love her energy and her confidence level. I hope not. We praying for you, girl. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Her performance is good though. Like she kept up her choreography. She wasn't out of breath. Her mic was on. Even if the song wasn't the most popping song, I still feel like her performance was better than Sexy Red's.
Absolutely. Both of Sexy Red's performances. Yes. I actually muted the television when Sexy came on.
You know
what? I've gotten to that point. I ain't even gonna lie. We just talked about this 2 episodes ago. When we was talking about Janae versus Sexy Red.
Yeah.
Y'all, the past 2 weeks, I've been cringing thinking about what I said.
What did you say?
Literally the past 2 weeks, I can't look in the mirror like, damn bitch, she was really said that.
What did you say? They the same person? And now you're saying they ain't?
Yes. Literally, like, as soon as I said her and Janae was the same person in different fonts, she hopped on here on the internet talking about Donald Trump. Then she hopped on the internet. Well, her video got exposed or whatever happened. And I think I just love the ski. I love that. I love Booty Hole Brown. Now, the new song with Drake, I really don't care for. So because I like the other 2 songs, I was like, oh, okay, I can fuck with Sexy Red. But now I absolutely cannot. Like, I can't even listen to the new song with Drake. I'm like, cut the shit off immediately. My ears is ringing.
And a lot of people think it's because of her lyrics. It ain't her lyrics, y'all. Like, it's terrible. It's her.
She looked like
her
Pretty
flow.
V. Y'all know when Pretty
horrible.
Pretty V does that that stick your tongue out, suck my thumb, hood girl kind of character that she does. Sexy Red is that character, and that shit makes me depressed. I'm a find it for y'all, but that's why she bothers me so much because she even stand like You know, when she, yeah, it, you know, and you can't rap.
It's giving no
You can't
sex
rap.
appeal. Like it's not like, yeah, Glow definitely got more sex appeal than her. Like it's not even giving that.
And the money. Why are we money? Like money up to the ear? You know, acne, bitch. Acne. Like I don't like it.
Ugh. I hate it because she's serious, but I think part of the reason why I'm also cringing is because I feel like people treat her as though she's a parody. And that's what she's supposed to represent. Kind of like how
Yes.
I express my same feelings with Tiffany Haddish. Like people like her because they treat her like a parody.
But
And
that's
that's
what
what
they show
Sexy
though.
Red is. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
exactly.
I
But I
don't
think
give
she's for real. I think Sexy Red is for real. This is like I feel like that's who she is. I'm
Yeah,
just
no, I don't think she's an industry plant the way people try to make it seem like. No, I think people are actually responding to her music like they do with the niggas. Like people respond to black music. It is what it is. Um, but I don't think she's an industry plant. I just think the industry promotes certain things.
She
And it's been
hasn't
like that for a
accomplished
while.
nothing to be a plant anyway. Girl, they
Hello.
be throwing plants on anybody.
It's
well, six
exhausting. I feel
nine did
like
that, and he didn't accomplish nothing. 6ix9ine was a
Hmm.
plant.
Was he a plant? I feel like he accomplished a whole lot. Doing all these different fucking records with Nicki Minaj, snitching on people, getting locked up, able to come out. He just now being quiet with for 2 years now. You being involved with the gangs, a part of a RICO, and you get to go in and come the hell out. Oh, girl, what? I
microwavable.
feel like he got a lot. Like,
I think he was
yeah.
able to show how a white boy, whether you want to, you know, white Latina or not, how a white boy can, you know, basically fuck this whole hip hop shit. Like come in, get his songs, work with the best people for the most part, sell everybody out, go totally against y'all snitch culture, go to jail, come back out, and still be able to do songs with hip hop's
Whoever
biggest
he
female
wants.
artists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do this last look. Okay, last look, the men. Okay. I felt like they didn't know where they were going.
that's
I hate
Juvie.
Boosie, but Boosie is having so much fun. I wish his pants were a little bigger, but I love his outfit. I love Boosie's outfit. See how Boosie got his whole chest
Why
out,
his
but there's a
pants are so
jacket.
This
wide?
right. This is what Safari should have did.
He
Just put a
because
jacket on.
why? Because he wants y'all to see his ankle monitor. I didn't need to see his ass. Bow Wow, the plaits, trim the ends, honey. Juvie looked like he had security for somebody else.
I
And
was like, who's that?
That's what I
that's
think.
Juvenile. And then and right here on the end we got the baby, and I can't stand the baby's head. Like I can't stand the way he got that do-rag tied on his head, but I do like his outfit.
I think everybody came on this set appropriately for the awards. I mean, yeah, that's what it was given. Laid back, ordinary.
No frills.
Yeah, the baby, he should have done something different with his. I don't know why his head looks so big in that scarf in the video. It looked like he stuffed
It is
us.
big.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he got that roller wig up there.
That's what it
Got
is.
to.
The roller wig. Oh, over to his
Got to.
performance.
Oh, from the performance. Okay, because I was like, what's going on? Other than that, I like his outfit. But yeah, when I saw the video of Juvie, I thought that they was recording somebody's like entourage before they recorded the actual person. I was like, wait, hold on, is this the right clip?
And that's what I was saying. That's why I'm like, why are you, you one of the people, really being honored for the 50 years of hip hop. Why the fuck you coming out? Y'all leave Manny Fresh alone. Manny Fresh is always giving stud. Please leave Manny Fresh alone. Okay.
Ah, damn.
He is a local national treasure. Okay. Best beats ever. But yeah, Juvie, I was like, nigga, he looked like the dude that carried the famous person weed. Like,
yeah.
He had the book bag on. He could have done better. That's all.
I don't really. I mean, Bow Wow's fit probably looked the best out of this lineup, but yeah, I don't really have no other comment. Boosie looks a fool.
I'm hollering. Not you said Safari look good, but Boosie look a fool.
Absolutely. That's not even. They're not even comparable. They're not even comparable. Boosie looks an absolute fool.
I'm screaming.
Boosie looked like a badass kid that got a brand new outfit. Look at it. Like I'm here. Oh, look at me. Oh, I'm fine. I'm
Y'all are
sexy. Yeah.
crazy.
Okay. He's standing like that because that's supposed to be my dick big. Like that's
He
what
is
that
so
stand's
annoying.
supposed to mean. Like my knees bending in because my dick's so heavy. Like that's what, and now he gonna give y'all the old school prison photo pose. Okay. Shout out the local New Orleans. All right. All right, y'all. That's I'm sorry, y'all. You niggas is hilarious. So I wanted to talk about some of the performances, but mainly Sexy Red performance was trash. The baby's performance was good, even though nobody asked for that. Um, I I feel like Glorilla performance was good, like I said, but the song wasn't as hitting as it should have been for me. Um, a lot of those like old school performances, like I was kind of like, what's going on when Manny and when Manny and Juvie were out there, I was like, I don't know what's going on here. They just kind of came on at the end. They didn't even really do Juvie's verse. I was mad about that. But when they did the So Def tribute, finally, because I feel like that's been one of the biggest complaints at all of these hip hop awards is that when they were honoring, nobody was honored from Atlanta or really from the South, period. So with the whole So Def thing, I think that was great that Jermaine Dupri finally got his, his accolades. But the best part was when Brat came out there and acted a plum donkey fucking fool, had her pants fall down the way they did in the video.
I thought she pulled them down.
She did, but that's what happens in the video on
Okay.
the original song. So I didn't think she was gonna do it because she used to do it all the time in her performances. And she pulled that shit down. I was like, she
I know.
did it.
I was
You
like, oh
gonna
my
meet
God,
somebody
Brat is
mama.
thick as fuck. Like Brat was
Oh,
always
yes.
thick, but she didn't got
But
thicker since she didn't drop that
it's the
baby.
baby. She did.
Brat was
Girl,
over
she
there
was
doing
walking
her
like
thing.
she didn't want to be there though.
You think so?
On the red carpet, she was kind of like
Red
dragging
carpet,
her
that's
feet past the
probably
red
so.
carpet. People like, I don't really want to stop for y'all, but no, I think she wanted to do the performance because her energy was amazing. Oh, and LL Cool J.
They did.
LL
Oh, he
Cool
showed his
J.
ass. That's
LL Cool J and Rakim, to me, like it just kind of
Rakim did
shows you
good
how
too.
whack rap is now in comparison to what it was before. Because
So
when them
whack.
coming on, niggas still knew all the words to that shit. Like
So whack.
thinking it was a master plan. Like in LL, I know all the LL's music. So it's just when the cadence is not the same. I was saying the other day, I feel like Lil Wayne low key kind of ruined rap because he was so good at the metaphors and all of these metaphors to fucking death. He did a lot of wordplay, but he had to be exceptionally good at that in order for that to work for him. Everybody after him, nobody tells stories in their rap songs anymore. Like people used to actually tell a story about what was going on or what happened that night when they went out. And I met this nigga, or I met this girl, or me and these niggas got into it. Whatever, it was stories in the songs. You know what I'm saying? They gave you a whole picture. That's how videos used to be so good
I
back in
would
the
blame Soulja Boy before I blame Lil Wayne.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. That's probably accurate.
When Soulja Boy came out, it just brought in a whole new wave of different sound. Everybody wanted to be different. Let me try this. Let me try that. That's when the different sounds started to flow in. Even Nicki, when Nicki first came out, when I first heard her, I said, "What the fuck is she saying, bro? Like, what the hell is this lady talking about?" It was horrible.
I was on the plane with Dwayne.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It grew on me though.
None of
It did grow on me.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
it over time. The only reason why I said that is because I remember hearing a change in Wayne's music and then feeling like everybody after him was like a Wayne clone. Like in 07, 08, 09, this transition kind of happened to me, like as far as what I was hearing in music. And
that was
even
Soulja
though
Boy time.
yeah, it was. I think it was those things happening around the same time because Soulja Boy definitely kind of ushered in we don't have to try that hard. We're just gonna have good beats and we're gonna dance and everybody's gonna like it.
When I don't know if it was Carter 3, but it was like right before I moved to Atlanta. I think it was like 2011, 2010. Whatever album that I don't know if Go DJ was on that. I cannot remember what the album was, but I remember at the time I played it all the time. That was the last to me time that Lil Wayne was like on it.
15.
After that, was it 15? No, because it was
No, she
before I
said
moved
hitting.
here.
She
No, I
said
said hitting.
hitting.
Oh,
He was
hitting.
hitting
Okay.
during
Yeah.
that time.
That's when he was good. After that, it just went downhill for me. But then Soulja Boy was already out, and then a lot of different artists started to, come out with
Then
their
you get
different
your
sounds.
features.
But what I love
Great.
about LL Cool J was the breath control, was
Oh,
only him being on the stage and not needing antics. I feel like nowadays with hip hop and performers, they need all these different antics and different shit happening on the stage for you to really get into their performances. And I'm like, this man just over here busting his ass. And I'm like, y'all talking about Megan knees. I
didn't
want LL
sweat.
Cool J knees. The way he
Did
was
not
over there
break no
dipping it,
sweat.
doing it, and kicking. Do you hear what I said? It was the breath control for me, and going back and
Huh?
forth from this over here to da 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 da. And you know he'll speed rap in a minute. I was like, LL. I said either I'm old as hell or LL is giving, because I feel like y'all know what Usher is to us in R&B and stuff. I feel like that's
That's
what
what LL
LL
is in
Cool
rap.
J is in rap.
Yes,
I'm
absolutely.
and he
Listen,
fine. I
me
was
and
like,
Lyric,
I'm gonna have to
it
watch
was
me and
it. I
Lyric
did
was
not
just
watch it.
talking about. Me and Lyric was just talking about how like LL has a hit in all of our high school, like our siblings and cousins and shit. From the late 80s all the way to when I was in high school. When we was in high school, he had a hit. Like Headsprung was huge when we was in high
Ooh,
school. I
it's
gotta get
when
a
I was in
head
college.
We were
That's
like
yes,
2005,
Headsprung.
that's
Yes.
4.
I think 4 or 5, but
that.
that was like when I was still in high school. And I'm like, when you think about it, this nigga had
Yeah, it
a
was 04.
banger.
I was in
But all
college.
of my cousins and sisters that was all like born in like the late 70s, early 80s, everybody had a LL like song that they had during their high school years. So I would definitely like take my hat off to him for that. Cause his shit still like if lounging comes on, child, please. Okay.
I love I'm Gonna Love You Better. I feel like that's a song that
Yeah.
I just be around the house. Like it could just
Mm,
sporadically come in my head,
mm,
and it's just baby smile
mm,
today.
That song always make me feel good. Make me feel warm
Yeah.
inside. Oh my
love you
God.
It's something about
better.
it. I just bust out and sing
Yeah.
it randomly. And like
Yeah.
LL was amazing. So Def did great. Tyrese was singing for his fucking life, and Chingy was rapping for his. Do you hear what I say?
Yes. She
I
look
said,
good
y'all better work.
too.
I heard that they're
She
supposed
look
to be doing
good.
like a concert. I think they're gonna do like a tour or something. Like they're gonna do a tour next year or something. So I'm like,
They
okay, I might have
should.
to slide over there or
Damn.
something
We're gonna go see
and check
Usher.
Hell
it
Then
out.
we
yeah.
go see So Def.
Do you hear what I say? Do you hear what I say?
Yeah.
Okay, but they
Now,
did
I
good.
mean,
They did good.
I would go to see the lineup because you forget how many songs you used to love until you go to those shows and you be like, oh shit. And you forgot. You forgot. Because it's just so many songs. You can't possibly remember all of them all the time.
DJ Drama did good too, cause I loved when T.I. and Jeezy came out. I
Oh
forgot
yes.
the
Oh
boys in the
yes. I
trap. I said,
forgot.
oh, that used to be my
Jeezy, I ain't gonna lie, Jeezy looked
God.
good. Came out there in that jumper, that black jumper, out
He
with the ring
did.
on and
But
shit.
I stood up. I was in
He
front
had
of the
his ring on.
TV, like
Yes, he did. He had his ring on during because
he
I was
did.
checking. I was
He
checking during
did.
that performance. He had that ring on.
He
Yeah, no,
wildin'.
Timberland Cypher was fire. Timberland Cypher was fire. There was a
Mhm.
girl, Boss the Vet or something like that.
Yeah. Mhm.
A lot of the girls went in, but that specific, I remember in her when I was like, damn, she killed the fuck out that beat. I love her. I listen. I go up for the freestyle, battle rap. I love all of that. So for me, it was a bop. Lady London was off the chain. She
She did
was.
good. Mhm.
Yes. All of the girls, really, everybody in
They
that
did
cipher did really
good.
good. It was a success as far as I'm concerned. We enjoyed it. Just turning it on and watching it. I enjoyed it. But I really felt like it's so disrespectful the fact that some of those artists that were rapping in a cipher, they should have been in Sexy Red's place. Like, I'm
I
sorry,
agree
but
1000%.
she should have had to, get that shit out the mud like everybody else and be in that cipher before you made main stage. And I know her songs are bigger and shit, but Lola Brooke could have been on
That's
main
exactly who I'm
stage.
thinking about.
I was like, I don't know
Exactly.
why,
And
because I
I
just think she
agree
needs
with
more work.
that.
Yeah.
Especially with the fact that I enjoyed the old school performances than I did any of the new school. Any of the new school. And I did kind of expect a bit more since we're in the 50th anniversary of hip hop. I don't know. I was expecting, they were limited on time, but it would have been nice if they brought out some more people. It's crazy that that's what we're celebrating, but a lot of hip hop people don't even show up, to the hip hop awards, But y'all want all these accolades and, all of that.
Right.
But okay.
Oh, yes. I need to bring back Fabulous performance was good. I like seeing him. Child Fabulous and go straight to hell. Okay.
He
I can't even with
can.
him and his
Girl, you be
he's a
killing them.
narcissist.
I'm like, no,
Okay.
you be
Thank you,
killing
Yeah.
them.
K Journey, for the super chat. Off topic, y'all are so beautiful.
Oh, thank
Cute.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Cute.
you.
I agree. I agree. Charm
Mhm.
Locks, thank you for being a member for 14 months. I think JD can give Puffy a run for his money on the verses.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's why I feel like Puffy
Absolutely.
running from it. I don't think Puffy trying to do these verses.
Listen,
Yeah, they've
Puffy
been
running
talking
from a
about
lot.
that.
Puffy
Oh,
running from
that's
a lot. Y'all
Good.
heard what they said.
Good. Somebody. I
what
did
they
hear that.
say.
Did you hear what I
They
heard?
yeah, well that well, I've always felt like he had something to do with either one or both of the murders.
Oh, I
Uh-huh.
But
thought you were talking about his
basically the
sexuality.
guy who they arrested, Keith, who they arrested, was involved with Tupac's murder, said that Diddy paid him to kill Tupac.
That is what's saying. I had also had heard, and this is just allegations alleged that they had
Allegedly.
questioned him. He went
I
down to the
believe it.
station and they had questioned him. They let him go, but they questioned him. So I'm like, oh baby, girl, this right here, this
Why
is
is
Listen,
he still
messy.
doing this?
50 Cent said something too. And let me tell you something. You see how his money fucked up right now, right?
No.
He sold off all of the people's rights to their music that he was holding on to. He waited until it didn't have no more value, sold it off, gave it
Yep.
back to the people. Then on top of that, he lost the shit with the liquor. It was something going on with the liquor that he lost, and he no longer has a like a managing partner or
You
role
talking
in
about
it.
So he
Like
doesn't
Davion?
have
the
Ciroc or Deleon. Yeah.
Delion. It's something with Delion. It's something going on in that situation as well. I'm not that's why I won't talk about it because I'm not exactly clear on everything, but it
Mm.
just kind of seemed like he got a lot of shit that's going on right now. He got this new album that just came out. He got Young Money pull her out the bag whenever it's necessary, and got her on the album. I believe he got a few
Now
people on the
he
album.
just dropped a video with Tiana.
Yes,
Closer
and
to
I wanna
God.
see it. I wanna see it, but I also feel like I don't wanna be subjected to Diddy's bullshit because I don't believe nothing when you closer to God, nigga, I don't wanna play with that blasphemy.
I don't know. They're saying Diddy, as of September 8th, Diddy wins first victory in legal battle over Deleon Tequila. What that was, not exactly
What
sure.
I thought the lawsuit was, what I heard a couple months ago, was that it was something to do with the liquor. I don't know what the actual title is, but each liquor is managed by some alcohol and beverage company. And what he would notice was they would prioritize white brands, like what's that one actor everybody George Clooney.
Yes.
George Clooney's
Mm-hmm.
brand, Casamigos. Is that
Mm-hmm.
Casamigos? I think so. Anyway, they prioritize his bottles and make them top shelf. So what he was able to do was prove that there was
Discrimination in the way that they were promoting the
discrimination.
liquors. Yeah, I
Yes.
remember
So that's
now.
what I heard there was a lawsuit for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And he
is what they saying.
but they said that it also was like when I read it, because it was a long time ago, y'all. Y'all know how we filter in information, so I be forgetting shit. But I feel like when I read the other people's side of it, it seemed like even though he was saying that, he was faulty in some way. Like in some type of way, he was trying to say that they didn't do something that they were supposed to do, and they were like, well, actually, no, it didn't go down. That was something. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'm mad that I can't remember, but it was something that they countered him with that kind of sounded like that made sense too. So I wasn't exactly 100% on Diddy's side. I remember when I was reading the story originally, but either way, we all know that Diddy can be a little jank. That he doesn't always handle everybody properly. Okay, he will definitely bend you over. Okay. Yeah, Aubrey O'Day said, and that was a part, about him giving all of the masters away. Like they don't have any value now. And then you tried to give them away with a fucking NDA. Like they had to, agree if they take the music back, the masters back, then they can't talk about him. And everybody know he got a story to tell, and everybody got a story to tell about him. Honestly, I think the stories would be more lucrative than the fucking master. So I wouldn't sign shit. I
That's
wouldn't
why
sign shit.
Aubrey said she know what's going down, but she can't say nothing. But Aubrey said
He
I ain't
wasn't
signed a
putting in
damn
any money.
thing.
Thank you. That's what it was. I thought I was tripping because I hate to say shit if I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I thought it was, that he wasn't putting in money. I remember there was a rebuttal. Yeah. Yeah, whatever they said Diddy did. He did that. Oh, because they ain't getting any messages. They saying he didn't invest in marketing properly, only like $1,000. Yeah, like he wanted them to do more than he was actually paying for, or some shit like that. It was Diddy being Diddy. He didn't upload his part of the deal, and they was spending all of their money on promotion. Okay, so people in the comments got it. Okay,
Shout
he
out to
put down
y'all.
about 1,500. They put down millions. Thank you. I appreciate y'all because it'd be
Coming
hard for
through
me
in
to
the
remember all
clutch.
this shit.
I know, because I didn't know
Okay.
what was going on. I'm glad y'all know.
If you notice, no one has come out in defense of him or anything or debunk any allegations that has come out. I think he would have screwed over big eventually. Aubrey said her and some members of Danity Kane didn't accept that deal.
No.
The stories in his downfall.
Two of them did. She tried to get, I think, one other person. I think it could have been her and one.
Yeah.
Everybody else signed it. Ain't no damn way.
Yeah, y'all. Well, we ain't even mean to talk about the old boy Diddy, but anytime we gotta talk about the T, we'll talk about the T-Raw. So listen, we're about to move on to 2 TV shows. We're gonna do Love and Hip Hop Miami and Love and Marriage Huntsville. So can y'all just go ahead and stretch y'all arms and like the video? All right, y'all. We're talking about Love and Hip Hop Miami. So, on this past episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami, the main storylines here are Vanshay and Amar La Negra. So, apparently, Vanshay feels as if Amar La Negra is pretending as if they're not as close as they were. She has basically thrown Vanshay asunder since this whole story between DJ Envy calling out Gunplay and Vanshay for having a GoFundMe while simultaneously giving fake diamonds to Rick Ross. Okay, that went viral. She also, it was crazy. She blamed DJ Envy for why Gunplay really kind of started drinking and doing drugs again. Even though she also said he had been doing drugs before she got pregnant, during her pregnancy, and after. So I don't know how it was all on DJ Envy outing y'all for the GoFundMe. Any amount of stress is obvious that Richard wasn't going to be able to handle because he is a nut and a crackhead. I'm sorry, he's a crackhead. If you're doing meth, you're a crackhead. I'm sorry. Like, you do meth, you do cocaine, you're a crackhead. So, basically, what really went down, what got Vanshay really upset, because Vanshay went on Charmaine Bay and her husband's podcast. And one of the main issues that she said was that Amara actually put laughing emojis under a post where somebody was saying, why hasn't Vanshay and Gunplay's baby died yet? It was very terrible.
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. I'm about to pull
You
it up.
said
It's just I can't.
Vanshay commented laughing emojis.
She
No,
said
Amara.
Amara. She said Amara put that.
Amara. What?
That's what she's saying. But I would like to see
So
the
that's
screenshot.
why I'm about to show it to you. I'm about to pull it up.
Because that's
I
wild,
forgot that I
girl.
needed to get it. But that's basically why Vanshay is going so hard at Amada. And here it is. As y'all can see, it says at Rich Forever, that baby should died waiting on you to pay that surgery. Envy was right. Why ain't it dead? And Amara put two laughing emojis under it.
Why,
is that her IG name?
why waiting on you to pay for the surgery? Why isn't it dead yet?
It says Amara La Negra LN, and it is verified. But we can look it
Girl,
up.
you are next to be out of here, ma'am. The audacity.
And apparently Amara said, yeah, no, that's Amara's Instagram.
So then another question too. Because sometimes people leave more than one comment. So do we know that she was actually laughing at this comment, or could she have been laughing at something else this person said?
It don't even matter. She should have left that girl alone. I wouldn't even, I don't know. So are you thinking that maybe it's the possibility that she didn't see this comment, but saw another comment?
But saw a different comment by that person and added that person on that and laughed at that. But if she's talking about this, she the next person to get up off the show. I just feel like you don't do that. You don't laugh at no shit like that. That's serious. That baby could have really lost her life for real. But I do question whether she was laughing at this or something else.
I think she was laughing at that, but
Amara's, I think what Vanshay said, Amara said, was that she thought she was doing the crying emojis, not the laughing emoji.
Oh wow,
girl.
Yeah. See, can't help you there, sis. Because why would you, if you're responding to that, why would you put really any emojis? Crying emojis?
She gonna say that she was because basically the way I'm reading this is you a fucking lie because you done took so long to pay for the surgery. If this was true, the baby would have died. That's the way I'm reading it. So that's what she gonna play some. It's still fucked up, but she gonna try to play semantics, which is why I don't think that this is gonna be a situation where she gonna be next to get kicked off for Love and Hip Hop.
Well,
girl, that's a mess there.
Yeah, it is. And since we're up here, girl, on top of Vanshay, Eliza Rain decided that she wanted to speak on Shay. And so Shay lost her whole entire fucking mind. They were taping, and this is what took place.
Here go the ugly right here. Future said the bitch is ugly as. Let me get out of here so I can get to this punk ass. Here go your There go your turkey baster, hoe. Yo, hoe. There go your turkey. Hey, come up in here. You look like Skeletor. This turkey baster, you look like Skeletor. Look at this ugly. Oh, I can see why Future wasn't never claiming that baby or her mother. Future claimed everybody but this. Look at her. Oh my God. Ugly. And she got a botched BBL. And I ain't turning off. Got a botched BBL. Look at your one cheek is leaning. One cheek leaning.
Or not the cheek is leaning.
Orangutan looking. Let's go.
Orangutan.
I was just gonna say that, Niecy. We just finished talking about this, and she done sat up here and said orangutan. We just finished.
That's going why I wanted on this. At first, I wasn't gonna play it. At first, I was not gonna play it, girl. But y'all said what y'all said, and I remember that she said that orangutan comment. And I was like,
Future made sure you wasn't getting monthly. That child's you tried to put on him didn't work. Allegedly, didn't work. So this is what you need right here. Use this good old turkey baster to insert into your vagina for the next victim that you trying to trap with a baby. You got to trap just to have a baby. You at the house with our baby. Where your at? Future never claimed you. He called you ugly every chance he get. He told you to have a fucking abortion, ho. On top of that, you all up in my business when you got problems. Future don't even want to see that baby. I wouldn't want to see the motherfucker either. Look at how you look. Skeletor looking. Miss Turkey Baster, that's her name, because that's what she does to try to trick have a baby and it actually work with Future. Future, what you doing, by the way? Put a gag order on this hoe. Put a gag order on this hoe, Future. Put a gag order on this hoe. This is what she used. Fuck out of here. I ain't getting off live. I ain't getting off. Let me out of here so I can drag this. Then I'll get off live. No, I don't trust y'all. We on Love and Hip Hop right now filming, and they want me to get off because I'm blasting this bitch with her turkey basted astic. Hey, here you go. Here you go. Look, here go the ugly.
It's giving Mama D.
It's giving. I'm
It's
not
giving
entertained at all.
Erica. It's
She
giving
was a
Erica
fucking
Mena.
fool. It is giving Erica Mena. I'm like, you can go too, Shay.
Speaking of
You got
Erica
all this
Mena,
energy for everybody else, but you ain't got no energy for your weak ass baby daddy. But then you want to sit up there and not talk about what people really want to address when it comes to that. You want to sit up there and say, I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that. You don't want to tell your stuff.
I'm glad you said that because I'm about to play another clip.
Just can't afford. She showed up in the Fashion Nova outfit that was $39.95. Let alone her vagina is $59.95 to hit that puss. And y'all better be careful because she got the look. I done gave her turkey baster for her next victim. What's up, producer? You want me to call you back? Okay.
Trash.
This my baby dick. The hell he want? He probably trying to talk crazy too. I don't care. Yes, baby daddy, I'm on live. Love you. I'll call you back, okay?
Girl.
Love you.
Foolishness.
I don't got time for that. Just trying to calm me down. Fuck that. This hoe want a problem, let's bring it. This is Love and Hip Hop, ho. You want to be on Love and Hip Hop. So do you know
but
this?
You called your brother a clown for wanting to bring it to your nigga though.
But for you to sit on Love and Hip Hop and talk about my dude and talk about
for
some
you to sit on Love and Hip Hop and let that nigga disrespect your mama though. Girl.
Bitter and can't get over him. Using my name for clout.
She do look like Muffy from Arthur.
Hold up. She said one of his many delusional bitches. That's what she said.
Exactly.
Use my name for clout to get an interview. I was engaged in him. How you engaged to a nigga that's been down here for 7-8 months? Like,
how you pregnant by a nigga that's been on and off with you for 10 years?
There's no way. There's nobody out there claiming this man when he been down here with me. If you claiming a nigga that's been down here with me for that long, you delusional and you need to be in the institution with fucking Miss Turk.
So that's her
by
evidence.
her logic.
The
7 or
fact
8
that
months
been together.
She thinks is long enough.
Yeah.
Out of 10 years that you've been a friend.
Talk about it,
girl.
As if he couldn't get away within them 7 or 8 months to propose to somebody else because you think because he's been down there with you that he ain't been doing that. You sound foolish.
Yeah, she got
foolish
her glam mask on.
She do.
That's sad. You've been on TV for almost 20 years.
Same antics, same stuff.
Embarrassing as
very
fuck.
much
Oh
so.
My gosh.
Very much so. And it's crazy how she goes to war behind that man. Whether it's with Mama D, whether it's with her brother, whether it's with her mama, how she goes to war, in my opinion, behind that man. And I want to see that man go to war behind you because that man went to war about a dog that he wasn't going to bring into his household. They ain't have shit to do with you.
Went to war on her mama. Now that's
her mama.
That's a bitch move.
So you doing all of this, and it be so crazy because you doing all of this, and then a year from now, what we probably gonna see you sending them same shoes of Eliza ass. Because you over here trying to drag her for whatever reason. So we ain't gonna want to hear it then because they're gonna pull up these very videos where you was going off. And you're gonna be seeking some type of
acting like you
sympathy.
won some prize. And that nigga with his plaits. I'm tired of all you niggas in these ends that need to be trimmed, that y'all refuse to get trimmed, but y'all want to be out here with these plaits looking like Coolio or some shit. May he rest in peace. Y'all look a mess. All y'all with these plaits, y'all look a mess. I ain't seen a nigga with sense with plaits yet. Not a one. And she over here looking at goddamn
no security. No security. Has it given you not now ring? Ain't said not now date. Child,
and you know it's her money. You know it's her money. You know it's her business. You know it's her working her ass off that got her in that comfortable place that she in. Let me tell you something. He must be dicking her for dear life because that's the only thing I could think of.
Must be.
Can we get the orangutan special with Shay on Love and Hip Hop Miami? You know, where we address the comments and address her calling another black woman orangutan. And that's like, can we... Ooh,
and
where's
she's get another special with the Miami crew.
Where's
she defended Erica Mena.
Please, she done lost
and
it.
now
And
it
she
makes sense
specifically
why.
did that because what's her name? Eliza is darker than her. I'm
Ooh.
disgusted. That's why she did that.
And to be clear, that's crazy for you to be calling somebody a monkey when you have the facial features that you have. I think you're beautiful. But I also feel like if anybody want to call somebody a monkey, you would also be somebody being called one if that's what we was going to do. But I don't feel like that's what we should do. And you just wrong for doing that. Like, that's real sad. You played yourself. I had to. Let's move away from these people. I don't think there was really nothing else that happened on Love and Hip Hop Miami. Amari and Vonshea got into it. Vonshea, sweetheart. Let's talk about you for a second. So Vonshea gave us some information during her interview with the Bays about what happened with her and Richard. She said that she did not know that Richard was abusive like that until that video where he was destroying the television. She said that basically they had come home and he was like acting weird. The neighbor from upstairs comes downstairs with her phone on Snapchat, recognizing them from the show, trying to remind him that they went to high school together or something like this. He pushes the lady. I know y'all remember this video, but he pushed her hella hard and she called the police on him, right? Call the police. He's tripping out about that situation and breaks the TV because she was like, you was drunk. That's why you did that. So she pours out all his liquor because she's like, you were drunk. That's why you pushed that lady. So the police was hearing you acting a fool. So I'm getting rid of the liquor. She gets rid of the liquor. He act a fool, break the TV. She says that she left that night. She didn't stay there. When she came back the next day, he was acting like everything was all good and nothing ever happened. That's why she started recording him because she didn't know what the fuck he was going to do. Okay. So that's when she found out she was pregnant. All right. That was around the time that she found out she was pregnant. Now, mind you, she still went and married the nigga and all of this shit. But when it came to the gunpoint situation, she says that she was actually on the phone with Shay. The neighbors and everybody heard her trying to leave with her baby and him holding her in the hallway with the rifle, AK-47. It was also loaded. When the police retrieved the weapon, they found out it was loaded. What he did several times was blamed her for it. She didn't know that he told the police that she was the aggressor. And then later in the interview, she explains that when she was trying to leave at one point, he grabbed the baby by the back of the neck and was holding the baby and strangling the baby. And she was like, stop. And the baby stopped crying. And she said he did not let the baby go until she picked up a bottle and hit him in the face. And that was when he let the baby go. And he left the apartment at that point. And that was when she was able to get the baby, get her stuff and hurry up and leave out of there. But she still was trying to, I guess, co-parent with him, but he recently lost custody. Because he's been basically talking to her crazy over the little parenting app that they have with the court system. Everything's recorded. And he'll be on there blaming her for shit, but then turning around and saying, it's your fault. And then, oh, I'm sorry, I love you. Like, going back and forth like the true narcissist nutcase that he is. She says that she fucked up. She ignored his red flags. And that she texted her lawyer after that situation happened with him choking the baby. She was like, I'm done after that. She wasn't going back to him after he choked the baby. Then she also talked about before that happened, the baby had a lung infection because he stopped smoking in the house. She said she told him to stop smoking. He wouldn't stop smoking. The baby ends up getting an infection. The baby already was sickly and was having issues with the lungs because of his drug use. Apparently his drug use was a part of the reason why the baby was having issues as well. So, she said she didn't get pregnant on purpose. She got pregnant on accident. She really only married him because she was stigmatized and was like, why not? She was ignoring her parents. She wasn't listening to them, even though her daddy was paying the bills. Her daddy was paying her bills at her place. Richard was staying at her place, telling her he was going to get a place. And it just kind of never happened. She said she even heard him on the phone with somebody talking about securing a place, and it never happened. He would do a lot of lying. She also explained about that letter that her mom wrote to Richard. Apparently, she blocked her mom on everything. So the mom emails Richard because she knows Richard will read the letter. And in the letter, she basically said, I don't understand how you can want to be with this man who has said all of these things about his own mother. He had told her family when there was no beef, it was like a family function. He basically told her family how he hated his mom. His dad almost beat his mom to death when he found out she was pregnant. He said it very lackadaisically. He said he put hoodoo on his mom, that he hoped his mom died because she was so terrible. So he had said all these things about his mom to Vonshay's family. So when Vonshay's mom wrote the letter, she was like, this is all of the shit he said about his own family. Why are you continuing to want to be with this man? If he feel like this about his mama, he's not going to treat you well. Like her mama is trying to, get to her, but this is the letter. So he read it. He loses his shit, but it's based off of shit he said. Then she talks about the Rick Ross situation. The diamonds are fake. He still spent about $2,500 on it, but he would never call Rick Ross and ask him for help, even though they needed help. He would rather spend $2,500 on fake diamonds to give to Rick Ross, even though Rick Ross knows that they're fake diamonds. Like, it's completely pointless.
That's why he ain't get out the damn bed to get them.
Exactly. So yeah, she talked about a lot of different situations where he was just, being untrustworthy, being temperamental, somebody that she can't trust to keep they cool. But she did say she did pass 2 of her tests to for the DEA, and that she is training to go to Quantico. So she's still trying to do everything that she says she's trying to do, regardless of what everybody thinks about her. And she's gonna make sure that he doesn't get custody or see their child again after what happened. And then she went off about Amara, which is, next little part.
Y'all really think she gonna be an FBI agent? I'm not saying that she can't do it. The reason why I feel like she wouldn't is because I just can't imagine them not doing research on you and seeing all this bullshit on Love and Hip Hop.
I think that she will, but no time soon. My biggest concern, I don't see her doing it in the next 2 to 3 years. But my question is the clout and attention from social media going to be bigger than what her personal goal is when it comes to her career? Because all these antics she bring into social media, like, it's easy to say what we want to do, but our actions aren't lining up with the shit that we say. And what you're showing us is what you really want to do, which is be a hip hop star, reality star, and have these antics and beef with somebody on social media that ain't even saying shit to you. So it only makes you, when you ain't got a person arguing back with you, it makes you look even more crazier while you sitting up there arguing with this lady. Your focus should be on the health of your child, making sure your child is good, what Amara is talking about, and going where you're going, so your ducks will be in a row when this show comes to an end, because it will at some point for you.
She said that she went on the show because they needed to pay the medical bills.
I'm sure.
And that was the only paycheck that Richard was getting. Before then, Richard wasn't getting any paychecks. So Love and Hip Hop and Family Reunion gave him the first one, and then this show gave him the next check. And then they said, he blew through the money for the episode. So she works, and her dad, and her mom help her. So that's how she's able to still be okay. But she says it's even hard for her to find a place to live now because everybody knows them in the area and knows that he likes to destroy property. So they, she has a hard time even finding a place to stay now with the baby and everything she has going on. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like she's one of those angry, ignorant young women that think they know better and they really don't. But I still kind of feel sorry for her because I feel like she really is just now understanding the huge misstep she made. And she's the one that's gonna have to deal with this sickly baby. She's the one that's gonna have to figure out a way to go to school and do everything she gotta do and take care of this sickly child and deal with this nigga being crazy and being out of jail. Like, in her, she's gonna have to deal with that. So even though I feel like, the clout is cool and everything, it's not worth it. And I think she is finding that out now.
And I feel bad for her because she's the youngest person. Is she the youngest person on this show? I think she is at 24. I just feel like it's just a phase in her life that she probably could have recovered from if it wasn't on TV. Like, I feel like her chances of being an FBI agent, getting to move on in life and have people not know you for what's Googleable whenever they search your name, she won't really get to do that. I just feel bad for her. She too young to be exposed in this type of way on TV because everybody fucks up.
I be wanting to feel bad for her. But it's just hard for me, especially when she come down to social media with her antics. What's up with the divorce? What's going on? You said you couldn't get a divorce. I'm hearing people in Florida say that's a lie.
Yeah, I
Then you
heard that
saying that
too.
you didn't know Richard was who he was. I feel like you knew exactly what the fuck was going on. I feel like before you got pregnant, everybody has their inklings about whoever they with. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether you choose to adhere to that or not, that's on you. You chose to not adhere about it. But here's the gag for me: the nigga was on TV. You already saw what
Yeah.
it was with the previous ex. So had you did your research like most women do, girl, you would already know what the hell was up with him. So it's giving. I
She
don't
said she
know.
ignored it. I
Okay,
think
so
it
she
was
admitted to ignoring it.
Yeah, she admitted I ignored his red flags. She said, I fucked up. I ignored his red flags. I ignored his anger issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this because she's so young. I really think that she met him not understanding who he was exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's young. Like she was like, I didn't even know he was a rapper when I first met him. So I really think that she met
But I
him
mean,
and
like
he
everybody
put
has
some shit
access
on her.
to social media to just like research, like you know what I'm saying.
You
It's
know
like,
how
girl, if
these
you would have
girls
put
be.
his name in, I don't. If you put his name
My
in, you
coochie
gonna find
different.
that.
He not
You
gonna
gonna
be
find
like
out
that with
something.
me.
I don't
No,
feel
not saying
sorry 100%
no.
She was
for
legally
her.
blind. She didn't want to see
Not
nothing.
legally. I
Yeah.
don't feel.
She was
I
legally
mean, when it,
blind.
I just shit, I'm giving her the side eye.
Cause I didn't even
Well,
know who
yeah.
Gunplay
Verdict out.
was. I kept calling the man Richard. I
No.
don't know nothing about that man.
I'm saying
Mm-mm.
because she's young, she probably really did not know who he was, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it's easy for girls to get, in that like he was a pimp. You think he don't know how
He was a
to
pimp. Now, see, I ain't even know that now.
you didn't know he was a pimp? He talked about that on
Mm-mm.
it was this episode on the family reunion where he really made Mariah Lynn and Alexis Sky feel so uncomfortable
Oh,
because
see,
they
I
were
ain't watching
talking
it.
about being prostitutes and really not even being prostitutes. Alexis Sky was talking about how she got kidnapped and was kind of sold for
Yeah,
a few
I
months.
heard about that.
What?
And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she
I
talked
thought she
about it a
talked
few
about that.
times.
Yeah, a few times. Yeah,
She
definitely.
but she talked about it on that family reunion show, and he starts going off about how he's a pimp, but he know the difference between his woman and his hoes. And he was just getting real like, animated when he was talking about it, and you can tell that it triggered them. So I was like, yeah, so he was a pimp pimp
Weirdo.
because they was responding
Weird.
to it. Like they was negatively responding to it. And
He's such a weirdo.
Mariah was having this attitude of trying to make him like her or it's gonna be okay. Like they were all responding to him in a way like hoes respond to a pimp.
Yikes.
So I feel like with that girl running from her family, who probably gave her a lot of structure and tried to like keep her from doing certain things, I think Richard came into the situation smiling and being charismatic and then being older, so dicking her down. It's giving pimp. It's
It's
giving
giving rebellious kid. I feel like a lot of kids that grow up with like
kid
a
and
good
old nigga.
household, she want
Yeah.
boom. Yeah, I think that's what she
Yep.
was going for. Something
Yes.
different than what her
I
parents.
exactly. Ooh, I wanna be excited and shit. But I feel you, Jamie, because the way she going at Amara is so fucking aggravating to
It's
me. Because
weird.
essentially, Amara has done nothing to
She
you,
acting like
mommy.
Spice.
She really is. Like, but you know what it is though? That whenever they be going through that shit with them niggas, it really rubs off on the way they handle other people. If anybody does anything to them, they will take all of their angst out from that abusive relationship. They're gonna take that out on the easy. And Amara is an easy target. Cause she ain't gonna
Absolutely.
really fight back. That's why she kept calling, trying to act like she's scary and all of that. And Amara, like, I ain't no pussy. Like, no, security's right here, but I ain't no pussy. Like, it's just like,
Girl.
girl, you don't even have
But
to fight
Amara
the
hit her
young
ass in the
lady.
face with that plate though. I was here for
Oh,
that.
did
I was like,
she?
I'm glad it connected. Cause
I
she
Oh,
was
didn't have
here
to
for
yes.
throw
that
that
too.
drink on you. I was
Ooh,
like,
I
oh,
loved how
Vontae, you
she
doing too
I
much.
loved
paused.
it.
She let that water
Yes,
hit her.
she
She let it
waited.
sit. Then she
Wait for the
bow.
perfect
Ooh,
moment.
said, ooh.
I was
I
like,
gotta do the job.
got her.
Amara wanted to let y'all know.
Ain't no hole in my blood.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember that shit from Power? I'm still not over that. Y'all remember with Tyreek and them and Zeke?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, that song just
Child.
went free. Oh, in my blood. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, yeah. So Amara. She said Amara's fake as fuck. Amara is fake as fuck. I'm not gonna argue with her on that.
Yeah.
She says that you been fucking dick, bitch. I'm sorry. Shout out to Sin Santana. But she says that Amara been fucking with Safari since before family reunion. Everybody was telling on them. It was true. Amara was crying when she found out Erica said Safari ate her out with a period on a real nasty hoe. Shout out to Trina. But not when they were married. Amara laughed under a post. I showed y'all that.
Mhm.
Amara had an illegal immigrant living in her house, taking care of her babies. And Vanshay explained that they went out to eat and the mama was there and the guy was there and the babies are playing or whatever. And 30 minutes go by and Vanshay was like, Amara, where are your babies? Like, where are the girls? And she tells the guy or her mama to go and check on the guy who had brought the two girls to the bathroom, and like 30 minutes had went by. Something like she was basically making it seem as if Amara let somebody, fuck with her kids. And she called ICE on that person, and Amara had to hurry up and get that person out of her house, which is the reason why I wanted Amara to respond.
Who called ICE?
Because
Vanshay?
Vanshay said she used her contact, the guy who's helping her, do Quantico and all of that. Her mentor gave her the information to fill out to, inform ICE of this man and his illegal immigrant activity, being down to this lady house taking care of her two kids. And I don't know the situation, but I feel like that's, unless you know for a fact that somebody was really doing something wrong to them kids, I feel like that's fucked up.
Yeah,
That's
I really
very
would decide
fucked
to
up.
cancel the whole fucking show because we got Shay
Pick it up.
speaking on this lady child, speaking on Eliza child, calling a woman a orangutan. Now we got Amara commenting under post talking about people's kids and their health and their sickliness and talking about death. Now we got her accusing somebody of handing their children over to a potential predator. That's what she's talking about, basically.
Yeah.
I'm just get the fuck. Get them off the TV. I'm utterly disgusted that this is what they are choosing to discuss when they decide to go in on each other, and just cancel the whole show.
Yeah, I agree. Because my question is, did you really call ICE out of care for her kids, or did you call out of spite?
It seems spite.
And I'm just like, so then if you did that, it makes me question about whether the person was really an illegal immigrant there to harm the kids, or were they an illegal immigrant but actually there to help out the mom and Amara, but you just felt the way and decided to be spiteful with this. Like, I don't know. I'm just side-eyeing Vanshay. Like, I don't trust her, girl. I don't know if I want you to be no agent. Not for me, bitch. You the type that'll set a nigga up or something. I don't know. I'm with you on gunplay. I'm with you on gunplay, but
she would set somebody up. That's why I don't see it for her. Like you could probably play an FBI agent in a Tubi movie. But I don't know if you could be one. I mean, you might be able to pass the test, but when it comes down to your track record, I don't know if you got it, girl.
I don't think she does.
Not for me.
I don't think she does. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and move on because we got to get into love and marriage hunts of the Ville. Okay.
Yes.
So on this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Marceau and Melody Cherie Rogers, okay, because it's no longer the Holt, even though y'all stay holding us the fuck to death.
I know I do. I be holding the fuck out of Mel. I know I be forgetting Cherie.
Listen, Melody Cherie Rogers, okay? But either way, girl, Marceau decided he wanted to play on Melody's top, as Jamie would say. Just basically being extremely disrespectful of her business acumen and acting like all she do is sell some t-shirts, and then also acting as if the only reason that she sells as well as she does in any of her business ventures is because of the TV show. When we know that that's not true, because it took her having a certain business acumen to even get to the show. Like, I feel like we've seen Mel kind of build it from the ground up. And just because somebody has access to a reality show doesn't mean their business is going to be successful, i.e. she ain't. Okay. And there are several different, people who've done businesses on reality shows, and those businesses have not been successful. So being on a hit reality show, Nene, okay, Evelyn Lozada, like a lot of y'all had lip glosses and shoes and shit. Jennifer, like, and the shit did not it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give long term. So to even compare that to what Mel has going on, to forget about her property preservation, it was all a ploy so that he can sit in front of Mel and get his rocks off, having a sparring session with someone who he knows he can't fuck but wants to fuck. And it was an opportunity for Mel to basically let him know that, I can't wait for Tisha to leave you with your manipulative, lying ass. So, yeah, y'all, what did y'all think about that?
I thought the scene was unnecessary in a sense. It kind of made me feel a little bit that Mel really had to prove, like, it's like y'all got this lady having a conversation with this man like she trying to prove something to him when he already knows everything. Like, nigga, you literally sitting on the platform that she created for you, and you have the audacity to try to sit up here and say that her business is successful based on the show, but the whole reason y'all bitch has had the Black Expo was because of the show, and you knew that. And then you tried to also, this is the gag for me, baby, you also leveraged all, or at least you tried, because Mel opt out, you also leveraged all of your cast members for the most part to come and be a part of said event because of the success of the show, to also get people to buy in to the Black Expo. And then you're going to sit up here in this lady face and try to disrespect her when you already know all of the accolades and things that she got. And you should definitely know more than anybody, because your wife wanted to be just like her when they first came on the damn show. So I couldn't, like, that whole scene was stupid. I was like, girl, get him out my damn face with his ignorance.
Yeah, I think Mel spent too long trying to be patient and explain herself with him. Because for me, I was like, Mel, you saying everything but the thing that would end this whole argument, which was, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome for your spot on the show. You welcome for any business ventures that we brought y'all into. Like, she was saying everything but that. And I was like, Mel, you ain't got to do this. You ain't got to go back and forth with this man. So yeah, that's why I was I ain't gonna lie, I was luckily glad that Martell put it out there, because that's exactly what Mel should have led with, or not even, like, she didn't have to have no discussion with him. But I get it, y'all need to film a scene. I did think it was cute how he called out the bankruptcy thing, knowing damn well that they explained on the show that when she divorced Martell, she filed bankruptcy in order for them to dissolve their companies instead of having a fight for who gets what. So it's like, you really playing dumb. Okay, you playing dumb, like you not in your own legal battles, and we not understanding what you doing for these government grants and write-offs.
Come on, don't worry, I'm glad she clocked him. Like, I ain't have to file bankruptcy like y'all did, because y'all had some fuck ups, okay? I had to do it so they don't put all this on me. I know that's right. I would have filed it too, the same way Tisha gonna file it. While she over there owing 85% of the business, thinking that's amazing. Girl, I can't. And don't call no shots.
Without an office. Ain't got no office.
No, he did not.
Just on the paperwork.
And then here's the other part that I forgot to mention. Baby, you want to talk about the success of her businesses because of the show, but Black, the restaurant y'all got, whatever that is, the bar and grill, whatever y'all want to call it, it's only successful, in my opinion, because of the show. So it be killing me when you sit up there and you contradict yourself, but then be trying to sound so educated or whatever at the same time. And that's what we call manipulation. But you couldn't run it on Mel how you run it on other people.
Child, he barely got any teeth on the side of his mouth. I don't know why he think him and his thick hips are so intelligent, but I don't have time. Either way, let's move on. Louis and Tiffany. Y'all, there were some people that really felt like we was out here just being so cruel to Tiffany. Well, me, because I feel like at the end of the day, Tiffany, that man told you that y'all wasn't having enough time for each other before you decided to go and have that baby. He said that. We all said that. Kimmy said that. Everybody was like, girl, if you don't have time now, having a baby is going to make it worse. And you was like, oh no, I'm just going to bring the baby with me. And now you're like, oh, it's hard. He's never around. I'm having to do all this on my own. Now I'm also going through postpartum, and I didn't think I would ever go through that. I heard women go through it, but I didn't think it would happen to me. And I'm just like, you're delusional as fuck, Tiffany. Like, it's not that you can prepare yourself for how you will feel going through postpartum. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is you knew your setup already wasn't going to support more pressure, and you still applied more pressure.
Yeah.
And now with the postpartum on top of it, that's even something to have to worry about even more, because Lewis is always out on the road and you are there basically by yourself with the baby and going through postpartum. So it feels as if you were willing to make selfish decisions that could possibly put the baby in harm's way as well as yourself, so that you could have a baby, so that you could what? I guess keep Lewis, or have something to make you feel like, you know,
Needed.
it always loves me. Yeah, you feel you
Dr.
need to feel
Francis said,
needed.
yeah, Dr. Francis, that's what he said. You remember Dr. Francis said you don't want to be alone. And I honestly, y'all, I kind of felt bad for Tiffany. Well, not even kind of. I felt bad for Tiffany in that scene, because Lewis knew he didn't want a child, but agreed to it.
Yeah.
And then you took this job, and everything that Tiffany said that literally just needed some sort of comfort, some sort of understanding, some sort of reassurance, he rebutted with something that was so like black and white. And I just felt horrible for her. Like, she mentioned all the things that she had to do throughout the day, which seems like a lot. And then at the end of the day, feeling like you did nothing. Like, I understand how that shit happens, and I don't even have a kid. Like, sometimes your days get ahead and you're like, oh my gosh, what the fuck have I done today? And I feel bad for her in that sense. She also mentioned when she looking in the mirror at herself, she's feeling like, okay, I done gained all this weight. And he keeps telling her like, but you know this, but you know that. And she's explaining why I need you to be around. Well, what you want me to do? Not work? Like, it's just not black and white. So
he's being mean about it.
Yeah. And he's trying to act like he's not being mean. But the thing is, that type of behavior that I saw from him is the same behavior that women will, you know, try to pair with, oh, well, that's just how men think. No, he doesn't want to understand, because he simply does not mind not being there. And I think that's what it is for him. So I was really upset with that situation. Now, yeah, Tiffany, you should have known better. Hindsight is 2020, but what the hell are you supposed to do about it now? He's supposed to step up and figure out ways to be there for you. And it doesn't sound like that's a priority for him. It's kind of just like, you'll figure this shit out.
Niecy said a word, because I agree with every single thing. Everything she said. Like, I did feel bad for Tiffany as much as I may not have wanted to. Like when she was talking to somebody last week, I think it was Stormy or somebody. I'm like, I ain't stung you, Tiffany. Like, this is all the stuff that you said that you wanted. I ain't care. But when she was talking to Lewis and she laid out all the things as Niecy said, and his response to that, I was like, he's not getting it. And that's the last thing a woman wants to hear, is when she's laid out everything to you of what she feels like her issues are, and you tell her that, you know this, you know I love you, you know that you're da-da-da. Obviously she don't. So I think that Niecy hit the nail on the head, and I kind of feel like Lewis enjoys not being at the damn house.
It's not just that.
Did y'all catch how she was talking to him about the boys needing, one of them needing a car, one got to get their license? I said, damn, you talking to him like he's never there ever. Like, he would not be privy to what's happening with the kids. And I'm like, damn,
baseball's the longest season.
How far away is he from the house? That he really ain't like.
And they traveling.
Yes,
he's crazy. She do feel alone. So now she's a married single mom for now.
But that's kind of how it was even before. So I think that's another reason why it's just kind of like, girl.
I think it was on her last time. She was the one that was too busy, and now she had to stop. And now
they was both having the same argument that they weren't spending enough time together even before this. So that's why I'm just kind of like, I think she was dependent on him to still be able to be there, but being there for a small baby is not the same thing as y'all, you know, being around the house when he didn't have a job that took him away. But with Lewis, I feel like Lewis is getting pleasure out of her suffering.
I was wondering that.
It was almost like, told you so. Told you so.
It is like, so what you want me to do? Start working? This is what you asked for. Yeah, I can see that.
And who made me think of that? Who was Ashley damn Darby? That's your baby.
Ooh,
I would hate to think that about Lewis. I would hate to think.
I mean, that's what it feels like. I mean, he was like, I mean, don't I do stuff? So I think he does do stuff, but when he talks to her, I feel like it's intent. Like, I'm gonna still do what I need to do when I'm here, but I'm gonna intentionally not give you any comfort in this conversation because I told your ass that this was gonna happen. Basically.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Bondy, because I'm like, we might give him too much damn credit sometimes.
Yeah, it was like
always
he
As if
thought
picking
she
up
he
was being
quiet
really.
dramatic.
niggas.
Yeah.
Okay. So moving on from there, they had that meeting, right? They have this meeting so that they can tell the Scots the things that they can work on for the next expo. And I just kind of feel like this was stupid and pointless. I think that Tisha and Marcel are gonna do it wrong because that's just what they do. They're not gonna do it right. I think that Stormy had the best idea that if they were gonna do it, it should have been a partnership with everybody who was there, and there should be a new comeback group with all of these people. That way, when Mel doesn't want to participate, and because Mel doesn't want to participate, Martell doesn't want to participate, then y'all have other people who y'all can go to that also have celebrity, i.e., Stormy and Courtney. You can go to them for their celebrity and use them in the same capacity. That's what y'all was trying to do from Jump Street, which is why I don't know why Marcel felt the need to like, prove how big his dick is with Courtney and Stormy. It's just because you really need them in order for this dynamic to work without Mel. But it just kind of feel like they're going around in circles. I'm tired of Kimmy always trying to fix shit. I'm tired of Maurice always trying to defend his brother, even though you getting fucked in the process. Like, and Tisha, why you wait until Mel say something in order for you to want? Oh, so you thought the event wasn't organized? No, bitch, the event was not. The event was not organized. That's what we saying. If it was organized, then
Tisha was already
you
mad.
wouldn't be coming. Yeah, Tisha was
Tisha
already
was
mad.
already
She didn't
mad.
even want to be there.
You see how Marcel had to clarify. Well, I didn't go to lunch with Mel. It was a coffee. Like, let me not piss my wife off. It wasn't lunch. It was a coffee. It was a scene that we had to film. I did not enjoy meeting with Mel.
Exactly. I think that I'm so used to saying I'm used to the original 6 being combat group. So if they're gonna do it, they need to change the damn name and call it something else. If they're gonna do it all together. What else did I want to say? I hated the fact that Tisha sat up there, didn't really want no advice from nobody, but Marceau was sitting up there collecting all of the details, getting everybody's advice, only to turn around and play y'all at a later time and make y'all feel like y'all not worthy. So they're not worthy to be a part of your event, or at least Mel wasn't for whatever reason. But you're willing to accept all of their ideas to make y'all stuff better. Like, I was with Stormy, like I would have just left. Like, oh, that's what we're doing. We're doing it to help y'all make y'all stuff better. Just for y'all, like, I'm good. Let me go. I shouldn't even
I
be
will
here.
say this though. Stormy need to let that bitch comment go. It's getting old. It's getting very old. Your husband had already met with Marceau. They've already verbally sparred in a very shady way. You've already said how you felt to Tisha. You've already said how you felt to Marceau. Either you're going to stop fucking with this man completely and you wouldn't have brought your ass to the meeting, or you're going to move on. So it's like she keeps... The reason why Stormy irked the fuck out of me is because I feel like in general she's a nice person. She don't like conflict. But her inner battle is always trying to come off as Billy Badass in front of everybody. She wants to be liked. She wants to do the most. So it's like, what do you think are you impressing these people by not only calling this man a bitch to his wife in private, but now calling him a bitch to his face? Like, what are we supposed to do with that? Are you going to stop fucking with him or not? So, and then Courtney, oh, well, I don't know because I wasn't there, but my wife said, okay.
And she only said it because she know Tisha ain't gonna say shit.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I would get it if I felt like at this point Stormy was actually still upset. But I think a lot of her comments now are to flex in front of everybody else that I can say whatever I want to say to this man and they not gonna do shit about it. And I'm just not impressed.
I feel like Stormy has showcased the fact that she don't know how to let shit go. I think she did the same thing with Mel. What you not speaking to Mel for? How many conversations you and Mel need to have? It reiterates to me that people just be wanting to have a problem. You want to feel offended. You sensitive as fuck, and you don't want to admit it. You want to act like I don't give a fuck and da 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 da. But essentially, you do give a fuck. You sensitive as shit. And as soon as somebody do anything or say anything that bother you, you really, like Niecy said, won't turn into Billy Badass. And it's because you know that everybody gonna be scared of Courtney. I know women like this. And I feel like, y'all should chill sometimes because you really get your husbands in situations they don't need to be in just because you want to try to prove that somebody is going to soldier for you when it ain't even really that deep and it's not that serious. And I really do wish that she stopped calling him a bitch because the thing that annoyed me was when she did it in the confessional.
Mhm.
She was like, I'm not used to men being so sassy like this. And it's just like, girl, give me a fucking break.
I know,
Like, give
right?
me a break. You are absolutely used to niggas being sassy. And I would also like for us to eventually make the societal change from preferring to men who act like assholes as things that are feminine. Because I
Mhm.
feel like we can all agree them niggas have bitch assness all on their own, down to a science. They don't need no no impressions from women when it comes to acting like an asshole with somebody because your feelings is hurt or bothered. So, you
Mhm.
know, I do appreciate somebody being able to punk Marceau on some level, but I also feel like you ain't punking hard enough. So you
I
might as
Mm-mm.
don't.
well.
For me, I don't care about her calling this man a bitch. High key. She's probably catching up for all of the times that he has act like a bitch over the past few seasons
Because
and ain't
he
nobody say
has.
shit. But I will say this. How long do you not y'all, but Stormy, how long you think this gonna be able to go, your issue with Marcel? Because I think it's going to get like draining or like, okay, pretty much what y'all saying, which is like, okay, girl, okay,
Yeah.
let's move on. Like, so it's like, okay, hopefully we don't see any more of that until he does. If he does something else, then cool, gotcha. But now we like,
All it
how long we
takes
gonna
is a
hold on to this?
conversation in a smaller setting. Because when I say Stormy don't like conflict, she don't keep that same energy one on one. She fold every single time. She buying you Gucci purses. She want to make sure y'all Gucci.
Child, this I will never forget it.
When
Mm.
it comes to a group setting, she didn't talk too much shit to the general group. So now
Mhm.
she got to keep that same energy. So what I think we gonna see from this is we gonna get a one on one setting. They're gonna squash the beef. They're gonna be cool, but in the group, she's still gonna be trying to basically treating them the same way she treat Mel.
Mm. She did come in there a bit stank. What's up, Scotty? Or I ain't gonna say stank. Well, she came in there like she didn't want to be there. Like she didn't want to speak when she first got there. So I'm like, well then just leave. It ended up being the result of you wanting to leave any goddamn way.
It is what it is. Well, y'all saw Kimmy met with Nell to, explain to Nell why she wasn't invited because you weren't there. So you need to be there. And Nell felt like Kimmy shouldn't have made that decision for her. And I just want Nell to get a new wig and find something else to do because she stresses me out in the most annoying passive aggressive way.
Hilarious.
That
Uh,
scene made my skin crawl
why?
because Nell was nervous.
I thought you was
Like
gonna
she
say
was
her
in the
wig.
principal office. Well, that it was giving Cherie. It was giving. Truth is, I'm tired. I'm all stressed out. Um, she looked bad. But when she sat down, she was visibly nervous when she was meeting with Kimmy. And I'm like, lady, come. It was like, oh, given like she wanted to be liked. And Kimmy kind of gave that like authoritative look, like, I wanted to sit down and talk to you. And she's like, just sitting there waiting. And I was just like, girl, you too damn established and too damn mature to be sitting here like you should be wearing a uniform. Um, yeah, Nell is another one that wants to be liked too, because I'm
I was
seeing that.
I was getting like from her like she's so anxious and happy to be on this show. Like, and I cringe at it a bit, Miss Nail girl. Like
She just wants to be a part of the group. She wants to be ganged. Okay.
she does.
Include me. Include me. I'm Huntsville too.
Right. You just got in on this. Calm down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing and the last thing was Martell meeting with Fred and Chris Fletcher. Y'all know Chris Fletcher is trying by hook or crook to get Martell's homosexual ass out that house that he is trying to sell. And from what I heard, Chris actually lost out on that listing because Martell took so long to get out in people's house. So
Oh
there's
damn.
that. But Fred was working on my nerves because Fred was very defensive on Martell's behalf. And I was
Mhm.
just standing there wondering, have y'all seen each other's dicks? Never mind. But either way, I just kind of feel like, it's funny to me whenever Martell decides to buck on Mel's behalf. because after Chris Fletcher finished checking him about getting out of the house, he then told him how Marceau was running his mouth about Mel and the Holtz not really having business acumen and all of this shit. And Martell went in. Okay, Martell, his voice went up that octave. He was outside somebody's house yet again in a t-shirt screaming, okay, about how you ain't about to play for the rest of your life. You need to be giving respect to me and Mel because you wouldn't have shit without her, and it's true. It's all true. We can't even lie. He mentioned that he worked down to the Magic Johnson Theater with the big ass suits. That shit really took me out.
Yeah,
so yeah.
I think I was glad that Martell called it. What I thought was interesting was when he said he said something like, we can make it end for you, or we gave it to you and we can take it away. And he said in multiple ways. And that was a shot at like, we got you on the show, we can get you off. And also a shot at, I can end your marriage if I wanted to, but I haven't. And I feel like that's what he was trying to say. Now, I'm glad that he called the thing a thing and said, we done gave you, this opportunity, you're welcome. But on the backside of things, I had to be like, Martell, you so quick to attach yourself to Melody's success, because what have you given anybody on your own?
Well, see, for me, I feel like when they were married, there were things that they did jointly because he definitely gave them scope. So my thing is, I didn't mind him go in, but it really confirmed. I felt like he wasn't really just going in for real for Mel. It was him just being upset because he high key don't like Marceau. That's what I got. I was like, he does not like this man, like, honestly. So I really don't, I don't think he got a whole lot to do with, like, don't do Mel like that. She's more qualified.
Right.
But he really was more so, like you were saying, Niecy, he really was trying to put him on blast because he don't care for Marceau for real. And I can end this for you on more than, you know what I'm saying, in more than one way.
And they don't respect Martell. So I think that's low-key why he was a little fired up too. Because the last time they did was when he was with Mel doing shit for them. So he got to remind them of who he used to be and the access that he used to give them when he was with Mel.
I do not like that man. But I would like to see him exercise that right. I wouldn't be mad if he got
Say it with your chest.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell us what you know. Tell the people what you know.
At some point, but I feel like he always says that he ain't never gonna say nothing. He threatens them, but he always says, and I never will, and I'll never say anything. Because I feel like there's some things that Martell still has been able to keep on the wraps through the group. And so everybody's still protecting each other's lives at this point. Oh yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to add? No. Well, I think we did TV talk. It was fun. It was a good time. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure y'all like the video because y'all are here, right? So you might as well like the video and not be a hater. So let's go ahead and get into the gossip check. All right, girl. Real Housewives of Potomac is on our heels, coming out in November. And apparently we're entering the show with Mia and Gordon on the outs. Girl, he has been doing interviews speaking about Mia and how she has left him for her lover and that they had an open relationship and he allowed her to do whatever she wanted to do, but she still decided to hide things from him, which I don't understand how, if you know she's doing what she's doing, how she's hiding anything. Like, you shouldn't be looking for it. There shouldn't be anything for you to be looking for if you already know what she's doing. So saying she's being sneaky means you were sneaking around looking just because she wasn't telling you about it, even though you knew about it. Child, Gordon is giving me the heebie-jeebies. The dick don't work. You got kicked out of that business. So the money probably not what it was before. She has no use for you any longer. You had a wife that you were with before her, and you left that wife because you wanted to be with a young hot thing. That hot thing wanted to be with a man who had money, but who could fuck her sometimes. Now it seems like you can't fuck her at all, and the money's no longer there. So you have run your course. I don't feel bad for you, sir. I think it's lame as fuck for you to go public with this information like that to malign her when you were down for everything. You agreed to all of this. I also think it's fucked up to try to get this information to Candace and Wendy first so that you can give her adversaries on a reality TV show tea on her. Like I think even Candace wouldn't Ralph. Candace was like, I wouldn't even want to fuck with that. Like, that's not even cool on my, on my level. I don't want no pass of that. Because that's just dirty. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really don't care. I hope Mia has fun, with her new man.
I hope it's a young man that she's gonna have fun with, to be honest, so she don't find herself back down this lane. And I also hope you have your own money, Mia, instead of relying on somebody else's. Because as soon as Gordon's got tied up, he wasn't necessarily lying, girl. You decided to jump ship, and I ain't saying that you shouldn't. Hello? Because he knew what it was when he signed up. He knew that you was only with him for the coin. And once the coin got tried to hell up, you got to go. And that's what happens when you deal with a pretty young thing like that. So, Gordon, I don't feel sorry for you. And I think that it was whack of you to want to leverage information that you have about this lady. You know what I'm saying? With people that don't like her. Like, I just, that's not, I don't like that. And then the way that you was coming to TMZ, putting out different articles and stuff and saying that Mia is going public with y'all separation or whatever because you got a documentation and she's trying to force your hand, I guess force you to sign the documentation, but she ain't even say nothing. So how is she going public with anything and she ain't say nothing? You the first person to say something. So, I mean, at least from what I saw. So, I mean, I don't know. It's giving weird and it's giving good luck. We shall see what's going to play out. But I feel like all of this was not captured on this season. Therefore, the antics that you're bringing to us now is giving y'all securing another season.
It wasn't on the previews.
It was, but like all of the stuff that's happening now is forcing him receiving a separation letter and living in different houses because they're trying to say that this just started happening a few months ago when they ended up living separately or whatever. So I'm like, okay. And her having this whole other man, I feel like this is securing her another season. But now when I think about it, is Gordon in on it? I don't even know no damn more.
That's what I was initially thinking. This seems like something that they would do to get money together, to get security together. It just, I don't know. Nothing about Mia to me just feels authentic at all. Nothing. But I don't know. I'm just, if this is true, I also don't feel bad for Gordon. The same way I kept repeating episode after episode after episode last season, like, Mia, what do you think he married you for? It's kind of like, well, what did you marry him for? And if the money ain't hidden like that no more, then you should leave. And I'm not mad at it, especially since he had a wife and left her. He know how the game go. So, yeah, if it's true, I don't feel bad for him. But I also feel like there's a possibility that this is just
for the show.
For the show. This is a scheme. This is a scheme that they didn't set up.
Coming us with the bullshit. Thank you, Nola Reese, for the super chat. The Scots have always felt some type of way towards Mel. And one thing they will never have is EP behind their name. They need to attend as Expo, not give one. Get dentures that fit and move on. Thank you so much, Nola Reese, for the super chat, boo.
That's the only EP they get in Expo.
Not the only EP is in Expo. Too funny. Black Kippy, thank you for the super chat. I woke up and said, I wonder what Bondy's doing. LOL. Clearly, I think we go together. So I hope you leave us with some now that we're grown while you're in Africa without me. I will. I'm planning on it. Okay, I'm planning on it. Thank you, Charm Locks, for the super chat. Great show tonight, ladies. Did y'all see the BTS of the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion looks yet? I've only seen Mel's look.
Yeah, I only seen Mel's.
She looked good.
I didn't see nobody. I don't think I seen Mel's either.
Roll Silver Bird.
I did see that. That was her. I didn't know she wore that to the reunion.
Yeah.
Okay, it was nice.
That was her reunion. All right, y'all. Moving on. Listen, Linda. It's all alleged. It's all allegedly. We don't know if it's true. Listen. Tasha K messy ass gone and put out this audio with this high end or drunk lady with one picture on her Instagram talking about she know what Chris penis looked like. And listen, the pictures that y'all saw, I saw a picture, but that picture was different from these pictures. So, and then the dick looked different. So I don't know what to believe. I think it's all a lie. I don't think it's true. But I also saw that this story was reported a year ago on somebody else's blog, which makes me feel like if it's not true, it's probably somebody that wants to put the story out. And we was wondering who could have possibly wanted to put this story out on Candace and Chris. And some of us felt like Ashley and Michael. Some of us felt like Giselle and Robin. But it's all given other people from Real Housewives of Potomac is trying to come to us with a drunk bitch and some bullshit, and we don't know if it's true. But I can agree that Chris sometimes act like he don't like that lady.
I thought it was put out earlier this year.
It was. I think it was like February or March.
Okay, because the reason why I was thinking
earlier this year, not last year. My bad.
Because I'm not really trying to put nothing on none of the housewives for real. But it was just like when I learned that they tried to say this was put out earlier in the year, even though I don't believe it, because out of all of this, you supposed to be messing with Chris this long. You won't have enough evidence. Like something's not adding up. He only like one picture. That's all you can show us. But anyway, then right after that, the next month, Candace received something saying she was sued.
Oh, I don't know.
By Michael, like so that's why I was kind of like,
oh, you're talking about by Michael. Okay,
yeah, by Michael. It's like, okay, boom, this came out. I guess it didn't get the attention that anybody wanted. Then I think like the next month we heard that Candace was being sued by Michael or something like that. So I'm like, Ashley, bitch, what you over there doing? You know, don't really want to put it on them because I feel like I'm taking credit from this raggedy bitch right here for getting on a FaceTime with Tasha trying to air out some shit, and a lot of stuff is not necessarily adding up. Even the screenshots that she put up didn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to give too much credit to some of these other housewives, but I honestly don't believe it. I'm gonna need more evidence than what she's trying to present, because you can't be in communication with a person this long and you only showing us messages of voice messages. Now there were 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 10 seconds. Who's having a conversation like that? That's not even what kind of conversation. And then the wavelengths looked like she was literally repeating the same thing. So I felt like she was communicating to herself. Yeah, I think she was communicating with herself via Finsta. So many things didn't add up. It's giving weird.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, I didn't believe it initially because I didn't want to believe it. And then whenever I heard the little audio that was released on Instagram, I couldn't get past the first 1 minute of it because I was like, nah, this is some bullshit and I can't dedicate my time to listening to the rest of it. Just because every time Tasha asked her question, she never answered the question and went on to something else. And she was like, how long have you been with him? She said,
I had an abortion by him.
Yes. Did he tell you he loved you? Like she could not answer any other questions. And I was like, all right, I ain't got time for this bullshit. And I don't know how Tasha K had time for the bullshit either, because I would have hung up.
Child, just in case that she could back it up at some point. But Candace's only response in the 24 hours is this.
I know that's real.
Candace featuring Trina, Insecure. Okay, best R&B performance for your Grammy consideration. All right. So shout out to Candace, because while we want to act like it matters if her husband's brown dick is dipping in someone else's cooch, we have career plans we're trying to accomplish. So that's all that really matters right now. Your Grammy consideration.
So like a lot of people were like, they felt like a lot of us were automatically believing Candace over like the Juan and Robin situation. But I felt like their situation was so different because I feel like that lady had more hardcore evidence, like with the Juan versus this lady.
All over the place. We were seeing Juan all over the place. Law was down to the laundromat like Nivea. It didn't make no sense.
Yeah, like it was just, I'm like, it's different. It was just different types of evidence. I don't think it's that because people didn't like Robin, they automatically believe Juan, and that may have been true, but I just feel like the evidence and stuff that came out about him to me was much different than what this girl tried to present. about this person.
I agree.
All right. Well, with that, let's go ahead and move on, girl. Married to Medicine decided that they wanted to release to us some tagline. Now, I don't know if this is for real, for play. I don't know if this was sanctioned by Bravo. All I know is I feel like it is a mistake. Here we go.
When good enough is not an option, they call on this doctor's wife to deliver. I may be a little sassy, but always classy. I am back. It's your favorite Southern Belle, so check up on that. Married to Medicine, I am the medicine. They say I make them sick, but the gag is they're addicted to me as if I'm their medicine.
You're never gonna see me in a funk, but you can always call me Dr. Crump.
I have the prescription for drama and dazzling smile. You can come from my crown, but come from my empire, and it's off with your head.
I'm embarrassed.
It wasn't giving Bravo. It was giving WeTV
My nephew.
oxygen.
Yes,
Holding the
yes,
phone.
I agree. Heavy on the WeTV. Heavy on that. It was horrible. Quad had all them extra words in there that we didn't need. It was
So
just
what did Quad say? I don't know what Quad said.
I don't
The
know
last
what-
one was the
When good
best.
enough is not an option, they call on this doctor's wife to deliver. I may be a little sassy, but always classy. I am back. It's your favorite Southern Belle, so check up on that. Married to Medicine, I am the medicine. They say I make them sick, but the gag is they're addicted to me as if I'm their medicine.
You're never gonna see me in a
Too
funk,
long.
but you can always call me Dr. Crump.
I have the prescription for drama and dazzling
Dr.
smile.
Crump.
You can come from my crown, but come from my empire, and it's off with your head.
no thank you.
Fake
Fart on them
laugh.
bars, please. No thank you.
Phaedra didn't even say nothing about no medicine.
Mm-mm.
Phaedra said, I am back.
Now check up on that. I'm like, it ain't even check up on that. It's called now
It's
check that.
That's what I
Just on
thought.
some check up
How
on
you
that.
don't even know your own lines.
That's what I'm
She went to
saying.
Renaissance.
How you can't
and
remember the
forgot.
words like you wrote it?
Shit. Went to Renaissance.
Once
can't
you let
remember
me
the
check up
words
on
like-
it. Yeah, she was listening to Beyonce. She
Also, Kawhi said this week she felt disrespected by the fact that they bringing her ex-husband and his new wife onto the show. And I just kind of feel like, but you still signed on for another season. You don't feel
And
that
gonna
disrespect.
continue to sign on for another season. That's the gag
Okay.
for me. Now, I did feel like for her to feel disrespected, I can't tell her that she shouldn't. Because if she feels like the relationship was tumultuous or whatever she wanted to say, you would have thought that they would have considered it. And because I think she even accused him of being physical with her at one point. So it's like if you take that as serious as you take what Phaedra said about Candy, y'all didn't have Candy back. I mean, y'all didn't have Phaedra back on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but y'all bring Dr. G back over there on Married to Medicine. It does give quiet. It's just a reminder that you're not the star.
You not. It's giving they don't feel like you're that important. You just fun to have. That's
Yeah.
sad. Do y'all have anything else to say about Married to Medicine?
Hope the season's great. We
yeah,
shall
get rid
see.
of the taglines immediately.
Yeah, we don't need to keep that. Take
That's
that.
I think it was just
unfortunate.
for fun, maybe during the photo shoot, because it don't
I
look
think
like.
That's what I. It felt like somebody was just holding a cell phone, girl. That's what we hoping for. But let's go ahead and press on next
Body
thing.
shaming if we judge a man because he has a small penis. Is that considered body shaming? I'm gonna go first while y'all thinking. It is. It's body shaming, and I feel bad for small penis men. Let me tell you why. Because they might have some good character. Now the small penis men, they can want to sleep with you right away because they don't want you to know they have small penises. So they want you to take the time because they want you to fall in love with their character because they know once you have sex with them, only the character will keep you. Because the small penis, you gonna probably leave.
I ain't never met nobody like that, so I don't have
Well,
that.
I was going to say, but isn't there an old saying it's the motion in the ocean or something
It's
like
the
that?
motion in the
It's the
ocean.
motion in the ocean
Sometimes
that
they
it's
too
not.
small, they ain't no ocean.
Oh, damn.
Just a wave. Just a wave. Because sometimes just a wave. And he was born with just a wave.
Listen, I'm just gonna say I don't give a fuck about niggas' feelings enough to be feeling bad for them for having small dicks, but I also feel like the lady that was sitting down there at the end with the cockatoo. I know none of these problems.
Yeah, I agree.
Really.
I know not of these problems my damn self, but I have to be honest and agree with Kendra G that it is body shaming. Talking about a man's penis being small is the same as y'all sitting up there talking about how flat a woman's ass is, and then when she go up there and get work because she's trying to be what y'all think is the ideal type of ass or whatever, then she gets dragged for that too. So I do think that Kendra G was right. Like, that is body shaming a man, because I mean, he can't control that, and then when he goes and try to control that, he gonna get drugged just like the dude that wanted to be taller. He got joked on for being too short, so then he go overseas, get the work done to extend his legs or whatever to be taller, and then I feel like he got dragged for that too. But he say he got a lot of the women, but I feel like social media
To me,
clowned
you
him for
should get
that.
dragged for stupid shit. You should get clowned for that. Everybody get ribbed for something. And there are so many other short niggas that have gotten ribbed and lived to tell a story. I don't understand
Bow
why
Wow.
you need to take hello, okay? And there are many
Not me looking at the comments. I said,
not many short niggas. Hold on, let me read. Not her thinking about why I was in the comments. I'm done. I just kind of feel like at the end of the day, there are dildos these days. Like if you got a little bitty peen, get a dildo, get a strap on. You know what I'm saying? Like do something
I don't
else.
think that's
But
easy to
there are
say.
ways.
Not you to told these
Why
people.
not? They got dudes that use dildos on girls even when they do
Are
have
you
a dick.
serious?
So
yeah, I was
yeah.
listening to
Oh
it was
my
this
God.
podcast that used to
I'm
be my
too clueless.
favorite, and this girl was talking about how she was hooking up with this guy. I think they had hooked up like 2 or 3 times, but only with the lights off. And the last time she thought that he was using his penis, he was using a strap on the whole time. He had a choke.
So this really happened.
It really happens. I have not experienced those issues, but I've seen it on Married at First Sight. One of the contestants was just like that. And I think it is body shaming. I just think that I don't know. I kind of feel 2 ways about it, because you really don't hear women just saying like, "Oh, he had a small dick," unless you have a big ass attitude. And then you gotta like bring this man back down to earth and be like, okay, you think you high? That's usually the way I see it.
You're like,
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Like,
It's usually your dick small anyway. Your dick small anyway. That's usually, you know.
Yeah, I don't hear women shaming like, oh, his dick is little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I do a litmus. You know, I was, let me see. Even like we're not gonna have sex, but I want to see it. Like I'm that person. So yeah, I gotta see what's going on first. I gotta look at it.
I know that's right. Let me see
we gotta look at
on.
what's going on. Exactly.
See this
Exactly.
right
I
here.
mean, and likewise, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas be
sure.
wanting to see all of that. So it's cool. Like you should like inspect first. Like you about to risk your life. Like you
Normalize it.
Okay, yes. Please normalize looking at people pods before you about to get to the shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Right.
That way it doesn't feel like, oh, we took all of the nastiness out the moment because we was okay, well do that beforehand. And then the next time you meet up with each other, you'll know it's cool to go on ahead. But what you plan to do. Okay, because y'all really be out here trying to find reasons not to be safe about sex and end up crying to us about how you didn't got something from somebody. Listen, I don't want to hear nothing. Okay. Moving on from there. Okay, listen, I'm gonna just say this. Even though I do feel like it's body shaming, I also feel like women usually do not want to tell men their dicks are small. They usually really, really don't. And I feel like essentially what's small, because that's also kind of subjective compared to what you've had. You know what I'm saying? And I also feel like size don't always matter because they got some dicks.
You know a small dick when you see a small dick. I don't
Well,
think
yeah,
it's
of course,
subjective.
but there are some dicks that's like me. And a bitch could feel like medium is small because she's used to having,
That's
some
true.
nature.
Something bigger, yeah.
Yeah. So that's just what I mean. But I mean, like dudes with big old dicks, they don't be knowing what they doing all the time. I feel like between niggas be really like y'all have y'all head in the game. But if you too big, sometimes you a fucking pillow princess. So don't get all caught up on big dicks because they be pillow princesses sometimes, or they be pound town the fuck out of you. The next day you sitting at on the bed with an ice on your coochie, sitting up there talking about, oh, what this mean? It mean he ain't doing right.
Yeah,
That's
what it mean. It mean mistake.
Hollering. I done learned something new. This was
Listen.
Oh my.
Anyway, listen, you learn something new every day. I see people talking about penis adapters in the comments, and I didn't even know what that was.
Adapters.
That's the
Extender. I'm sorry,
I
extender.
know. Oh, you gotta do what you can. I
To me,
can't.
no, now y'all making me think about the girls with the big old clips, because like they should be looking like Lil Dick. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna let it go. Yeah,
That look like that hurt. Penis extender? Damn, that look like that hurts.
Why y'all want to put y'all?
Y'all
I would
about to
much rather
spit
it
y'all
work.
DICK off. What's going on?
Yeah, and it should work. Like that's the most important thing. Like it may not be that big, sir, but it should work. And if you do too much to make it bigger, that don't mean it's gonna work. Nobody wants you like stuffing your, low key soft dick in my like. Don't be stuff like, what the fuck this look like to you, bro? Calm down. But yeah, I think we done with the dick. We done with the dick talk. Let's move on. Okay.
What do you feel like that got on you that they shouldn't have on you? Because I feel like with them probably seeing you grow up, they just got like, you can't be you.
Yeah, man, it's a lot about that TV show, man, that got people confused. Because I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like a weekend. They'll say, hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house. They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when them cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house. Yeah.
So we knew this because they talked about it on the show, but I didn't think that it was happening the whole time like that. I thought at some point they were all in the house together, except for like Zonique and the older ones. Because they actually kind of showed them leaving and one going to stay with the mama or something like that, the other daughter. I don't know, but either way, I feel like that is so weird for you to be married, for you to both be the parents, for y'all to have money, and for you not to have your kids living with you. I understand that that's what some people do, because I know people that have done that, and I still think it's weird. I think it's weird for you and the daddy to be together, and y'all not the ones primarily taking care of y'all's children, and then y'all keep having them because T.I. and Tiny keep having fucking children.
Wheels on the bus.
Yeah, but they only got, well, I would say T.I. keep having damn kids. How about I thought Tiny only had 3 kids, them 2 boys and her daughter. Am I tripping?
You said T.I.?
I thought she had 2 boys, King, Tiny, Major, and Zanique. Now they and then the little girl.
And the Aries.
They miscarried right before Aries. They were pregnant with another girl. So yeah. Yeah, that's
I mean, that's why I said they.
Yeah. You right. No, you was right. When we break it down, they definitely do keep having their babies in that big ass house, and y'all sending these kids back over there to their family. But see,
grandma.
I feel like you said, we're not surprised because they talked about this on the show. But I feel like T.I. always wanted Tiny right up under him everywhere he went, and she wouldn't be able to really do that if the kids are with her. So she had to send them over there. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they had like a normal school, like that. If they were normal kids going to a normal school, they probably wanted them to have some type of normalness. And then I'm also wondering, did y'all do that because it was dangerous for them to be at the home?
I mean, the
stuff that T.I. was caught up with.
Guns. Y'all remember that Tiny took a case for them? They was driving around in a car and they had drugs and guns in the car, and she took the fall for him. And I think that might have been one of the last times that they had run-ins, because at that point it was like, that was even before they had Eris. So it was like, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all got kids and shit and you getting arrested on ecstasy? Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all need to get y'all shit together. Like, why be driving? Matter of fact, why not have somebody drive you? Y'all have money. Like, it just kind of seems stupid at some point to not be smart about your shit if you're going to live your life like this. And that's kind of how they was living their life. But that's the reason probably why they didn't have them kids around. But again, it's like they always getting honored and everybody trying to put them on a pedestal. Artistic people, great, all of that. But it gives it, no matter how much money people get, you can't take the hood out of them, because it reminds me of like very poor people who do this same shit. Or like, people on drugs, they'll just keep having babies and keep sending the babies back to their mama or the man's mama's house and just keep having babies and handing them off. And it just kind of seemed like that's what they did too. And, I think that the kids are probably on some level angry about it.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect explanation. That's what I thought of when he said he was living with his grandma. I think what he was trying to get across was his life probably wasn't too much different than nobody else's. Like his parents did the same regular ass shit that a lot of people do in the hood, like what you said. So yeah.
I feel like don't know other kids act up but him. Am I wrong? Damani be over there in a whole nother world doing his music. The oldest one, I think he
Zonique.
plays guitar.
Yeah, they seem like they removed from it. Zonique, on the other hand, I feel like she don't do nothing, but the shit she say is like the more she talk, the more you understand her mentality, and it is very, yeah. I was raised by my grandma. Yeah. We'll see what happens with the rest of them, but I think that whoever the grandmother is that's raising them, she doing a good job with most of them. You can't, all the kids ain't gonna be unscathed by this environment of pretending to be one thing while living another way.
Because I also thought they used to be at the house, but I thought Precious used to watch. I thought she was like the nanny to them.
And then we found out about what was going on with her, which is like, obviously you weren't the nanny, but they had you around the house, and you were also doing whatever everybody else was doing, partying and shit, because you remember what happened with her when she passed away.
No, I don't. What happened?
No, I didn't.
I thought she had a car accident.
Cocaine. They said she had cocaine in her system and had like a heart attack in the car.
What? I thought she had like a stroke.
Yeah, but it was from drug use. It was from having cocaine in her system. That's what they said.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I never heard that before.
Pull up.
I just thought it was like a car accident.
I'm looking it up too.
Cause I could have, like, I was in traffic that night. I was wondering what was like so backed up, like with traffic. I knew it was like an accident, obviously, when I got up there. But later on, I found out she passed. That's what I heard, Nisi. An asthma attack.
So this is on Atlanta A Live. It says
it wasn't a stroke. It was the asthma attack. That's right. That's what I heard.
The Fulton medical examiner confirms she had enough cocaine in her system to trigger heart arrhythmia, a malfunction of the heart's electrical system. 1 week prior, Harris crashed her car into a light pole before being taken to the hospital. It was originally reported she battled complications with asthma at the time of her death. So it was originally an asthma attack. But once they did the autopsy, they found out about how much cocaine she had in her system. And I remember because everybody was mad that they released the autopsy report. Everybody was like, why y'all release? She not a celebrity. Why y'all releasing the autopsy report? And it was like, because she was driving with cocaine in her system. And that's kind of like public. Isn't that like public record at this point?
That ain't. I mean, it was because she was T.I. This way.
No, I mean, yeah, but it could have been found out about anybody.
Absolutely. That's very true.
Yeah. So it just kind of make me feel like she was a part of the partying a lot too. And hey, it ain't really no judgment. People live their life however they want to live their life. It's just unfortunate that, the
they
kids
did
kind of have
apologize.
to.
Not T.I. TMZ posted an apology.
Oh, wow. That's sad.
And said they were wrong for posting it. Yeah.
That's crazy. I never knew that. That's wild. Okay.
Because T.I. probably threatened him. He get real ghetto.
They said we got this wrong and we regret posting. Yeah, I don't know what he did over there.
He must have acted a fucking fool. Yeah, they never denied it. Just mad that it was released.
That's right. Because the earlier articles that came out before all mentioned the cocaine, and then TMZ retracted the statement, and that's when
They say she was, from what I understand, and I could be wrong about this, but they say she was doing it the way, you put the cocaine in the weed. Because he was saying they didn't, she didn't look like she did it. And it's like, because when you do it a certain way, sometimes you be a little bit more leveled out doing the upper with the downer, doing the weed with the cocaine. Because that's how Whitney used to do it. Line the weed with cocaine. Smoke it like that. But anyway, it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? We hope the kids are gonna get therapy because they're gonna need it. All right, y'all. Let's move on to the last and final topic. Y'all didn't stress me. Wait, no, it's not the last and final topic. I forgot. Before we hit the last and final topic, just real quick, before we came up here, Jeannie Mai, it was released that she's gonna be on Sherry Shepherd's show, and she basically says she's taking it step by step, day by day with this situation with Jeezy. I also heard that she's no longer contesting the divorce and she's not wearing her ring. I think she must have realized he was trying to punk her.
I'm happy for Jeannie. I'm glad she took that ring off and went and sat on this stage and starting to get herself, back to where she needs to be, because she gonna have to do it. And sooner or later, while he out here trying to flex with a damn ring on, knowing he the one that sent that divorce over, just semantics. As soon as she in her healing phase, while they going through this divorce, or she good, why she probably be over there trying to plead for her to work it out or something?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I saw her interview clip where it was like 2 separate interviews so far. I think she touring for that new TV show. But they keep asking her about this divorce. And in the second one, you could clearly see in her face that it was crack. But she was smiling the whole time, like trying to keep it together. And I was like, yes, push through. Push through. That's what you should do, because when he made that Instagram post talking about I ain't worried about who I'm taking with me, don't let him see you crack. So I'm glad that she took a moment before she responded publicly. And I just hope that she keep the same energy.
Same.
Me too.
All right, little quick update on that. Jeannie looks like she's doing all right. Okay, now let's move on to the big story of the week, child. Jada is coming out with a book in this upcoming week called Worthy, and she's doing promotion for the book. And while she's doing promotion for the book, y'all are losing y'all damn minds on the internet. Y'all feel like she's embarrassing Will Smith because she announced that they've been separated for 7 years. I personally don't understand how you can embarrass somebody with information that they already fucking know, but okay, fine. Then we also found out that when Hollywood people found out that that they were separated, Chris actually tried to hit her up and tried to go out on a date with her. Now, at first, I thought this was back in the day, like in the 90s or something like that. But apparently, this happened around 2017, 2018, around that time. He tried to holler at her, and she was like, "Wait, what? Like, excuse me? Like, no, sir. Like, and I'm gonna say this again. Chris has been doing shit to Jada for years. Before he asked her out, he had like done, I think, many things to embarrass her on a public stage because he was angry that he wanted her and could not have her. And so to find out that he later asked her out and then find out that Will Smith smacked you on stage, it kind of makes sense why you got smacked. I don't understand why people are still blaming Jada for why you got smacked. To me, it's given Will is controlling and did not like the fact that you tried to holler at his wife, separated or not, nigga. I don't know. And then for you to get up on stage and try to clown her, knowing you tried to holler at her, like, I kind of understand. It's like, yeah, it may be slight asshole-ish, but he was being protective. Y'all really let Jada take the hit for that shit, though. Y'all keep saying Jada should have stopped him and all of it, and it's all because of Jada. She didn't deserve the protection. And then Jada comes out this week and basically says that she thought it was a skit. Did not know that it wasn't a skit until he came and sat down next to her, and y'all got mad about that too. Y'all said she should have lied and kept the united front and said, yeah, he was defending me, instead of kind of saying he didn't really need to defend me and will need to deal with his shit because that was, unnecessary. That was basically what she said, from what I understand. I can't wait to read the book in full because I feel like she's gonna be spilling major tea in that book, but she on the internet spilling major tea about Tupac, and y'all get mad about that shit too. So let's hear what she had to say. She looked real cute with this hair.
Talk about it, speak my words for the audible version of the book. That was probably one of the more painful parts, seeing him there, the condition that he was in, and having to leave him there. And he was in bad shape. And so when he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers.
Oh my.
And I knew at that time that he needed somebody to do time with him. which I was going to do anyway. You didn't have to marry me to do that. Right? I'm here.
I see why we love you.
And then to, like, he needed a rock.
A lot of people might not know, but he proposed to you while he was in jail.
Because I promise you, he would have married me and divorced me as soon as his ass left jail. He would have.
Right.
I'd be real with it.
Right. Because so many people in that position don't have support.
Right.
None at all.
None. You know?
And he got the best.
Right. He was just like, look. And I just think it was the mind state that he was in. You know, he wrote me this long letter. And I think even before Pac went to jail, he was starting to trend. He was starting to shift in a certain manner.
Good or bad?
Good. Really good. And I think that for him, he just felt like, okay, if I can tether myself, it'll keep me on a trajectory.
A lot of people.
Because I promise you, he would.
Okay. So she's speaking on Tupac. Okay. She also said, and she said this before, but every time they talk about it, they act like it's new information. She's already said she felt like Tupac was like her soulmate, even though she was not. She said there was no sexual chemistry between them, but he was like her soulmate. And I totally understand that, because I view soulmates as just the souls that you come into this world with that you've probably been with in previous lives, like my parents or, you know, my husband. I definitely feel like, you know, even some of my friends, like my best friend that I grew up with, definitely feels like we were together before. And I'm not together, but, you know, just we knew each other in a previous life as well. And we always feel that way about each other. So I don't feel like it needs to be a romantic relationship in order for you to say somebody's your soulmate. I think that people love to misunderstand Jada about everything, mostly. But I just feel like she's had like a real fascinating life that I want to hear about. And I don't know why everybody else acts like, you know, oh my God, Jada, we don't want to hear this, but they're on every post commenting. Oh, wait, y'all.
That was
I
me.
agree.
I didn't want to hear it.
Oh, okay.
That was me. I didn't want to hear it. Only because I wish, like, I feel like we get all these bits and pieces of information over time. Mm-hmm. And I wish that this book would have happened earlier. And I feel like it drew even more confusion, because this is what I got. When I saw her sit down with Gayle King, the word separated never came out of Jada's mouth. Gayle King, or not Gayle King, the white Gayle King. What's that lady name? Whatever. The one who she did, whoever she did the interview. I don't know, but whoever
not
she
Barbara
did the
Walters,
interview
did
with.
she pass? What did she?
No, not Barbara. It's some lady. I don't know. Okay. Somebody in the comments will know. But the interviewer was the one who used the word, y'all have been separated since 2016. Jada said she did that. She never said the word separated. So yes, it was buzz to promote her book, because what I was confused about was the headline was they've been separated for 7 years. Then when we see them on Red Table Talk, it's like we're life partners. So I wish that wasn't the headline, and that same language had been maintained, which is that y'all life partners, y'all not together. I'm just so confused. And then like when you watch Red Table Talk, because I used to watch that show faithfully on Facebook, she would often talk about her relationship with Will, which I know relationships can be more than romantic, but it just felt like all this was happening the whole time, and you could have said something earlier instead of giving us bits and pieces of information along the way that just seemed like it was attached to chaos. So that's why I was like, why? Yes, because we promote the book, but come on, it just feels chaotic. And I know there's a certain portion of people online who are blaming Jada. I don't think Will is a victim at all in this. I just think he's the one that's not speaking on it.
I think he's definitely the one not speaking on it. I feel like they probably was dropping bits and pieces because they didn't know how to make their relationship make sense for people, or you know what I'm saying, the complicated parts of their relationship make sense. But Will wrote a book, I think maybe like a year or two ago, or whenever the book dropped, between I guess this year and a year or two ago, where I believe he mentioned in the book, and I think Bondy read it, so you can confirm or not, but I could have sworn that he said that he left Jada, that it was known in that book that they had separated. Then when you hear interviews from August Alsina pretty much says the same thing, that they weren't together. He even had a conversation with Will, and Will gave him his blessing. So I feel like they just didn't say it how people wanted them to say, but they've been saying it for a long time. They even transitioned from being a married couple.
The open relationship?
I don't know if they ever
I think they denied the open relationship because they weren't in a relationship.
See,
like they were separated. So no, we're not in an open relationship because we're not really together, but we're not fully saying that. I think, and this is another thing. I feel like they're not saying shit for Will. They're not saying shit or being cavalier for Jada's benefit. I think this is about Will. As far as keeping things quiet, because I think it helps with his career for them to be viewed together, for them to be the dynamic that they are. So I feel like them being quiet about it was really more so him than it was her. I feel like she's probably been stifled for a long time, and he did his book. So now that he's done his book and he spoke his piece, now I can finally say my part in it, is what it feels like. Because I mean, his book just came out like last year.
And another thing, the way I feel about it is like, okay, let's start with back then. People had always had rumors about what Will and Jada was doing. I felt like it was common knowledge that Will had other girlfriends. I really did. And I was okay. No, I don't know about that. But
oh, y'all didn't hear about Dwayne Martin for years?
No, I didn't hear
they
about
made
that.
jokes at child. They used to talk about him and Dwayne Martin for years, him and Shake. But yeah, no, I'm maybe it's just me, but ever since he did that movie where he played a gay character, like people were questioning his sexuality for years. They called them swingers as well. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I never felt like I needed an explanation for what happened in Will and Jada's relationship. When it came to the August Alsina thing, we knew that they were separated, but then the need for them to come and explain as a couple gave the optics as if they were in a better spot. It was just very confusing to me because I didn't ask for the information, but now every 2 months there's a random tagline or headline on the TL to get people buzzing. And I feel like if you make the decision to invite people to a red table where you're gonna be 100% honest, I wish that all of it would just be put out there and we wouldn't have to keep reopening this and rehashing it. It's like the same Twitter conversations that keep coming back up every 2 or 3 months.
I just think it's hard for it to happen like that though. Like in real life, ain't nobody all of their tea gonna come out at once.
Well, especially in a book, if she would have wrote the book back then.
But Will was right here.
Yeah, like when
the August Alsina stuff happened?
That was like 2019.
2020. Yeah.
I feel like
so that's probably when she started the process.
I think it was 20. Yeah, like I thought it was 2019.
I'm just also confused by that because before August Alsina had said something about it, people knew she was with him though. Do you remember she was on red carpets with him? They looked like they was together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that her and Will was together then, and everybody just assumed that he was there for Jaden, but was really there for her. August Alsina said that Will knew about it and was okay with it, but I don't think people believed him. I think people wanted to believe that she was cheating and dogging Will out. They didn't want to believe that everybody kind of knew what was going on. They just wasn't telling us about it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we heard about Margot Robbie and Eva Mendes. Definitely heard about Eva Mendes for years.
And then that one Vine girl, Liza. I don't know her last name.
I mean, it makes sense. Will, in order to be as successful as Will is in Hollywood, he needs a black wife. Like, I hate to say it like that, but the bigger black actors have black wives. And they have to promote a certain picture if they're trying to get to that level. If Will were to really be with the women that he probably really wants to date, white Latina women, it probably would tarnish his brand in some way because it would ostracize black women like it always does. Like, you know, the men have to kind of rely on black women in order, because black women are the ones that are going to see all of your movies. They're the ones that are going to put the dollar behind you So, and bring their kids to your movies and all of this type of shit, So I feel like it was in his best interest because she wasn't even really, she gave up a lot. She didn't want to act anymore. She was giving it up. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it wasn't about her career. It was about his. I think she gave up a lot. I think she did what a lot of women do, which you dishonor yourself. You go along with whatever your man wants you to do because you love him, even if it's not necessarily what you want. And I think it's so fucked up that people are like, oh, Jada's red flag. She never wanted to get married. And it's like, how many of these niggas do y'all elbow into getting married that said they never wanted to get married? Why
Or
does
have a
that
baby or
her,
anything else.
right? So why does that make her like a bad person that she didn't want to originally get married and they still got married and refused to divorce? Like they refused to divorce. And then it's crazy because I feel like if people didn't know about any of this, they would want her to stay with him. They would want them to stay together. And the fact that they really are staying together and people are like, why y'all just don't get a divorce? It's like, why your mama and them don't get a divorce?
No, literally, I was thinking they doing the same. Like the stuff that they're doing is stuff that people's aunties and uncles be doing. It's not brand new. But what I think is more interesting is, especially whenever the book come out, I would not have been shocked. I don't know. I guess I was shocked by it because the word separated was used. When we hear Jada talk about it, they dance around it in the most beautiful, peaceful language of, this is my person. We are not together romantically. Like if somebody said that, if that was the headline, I wouldn't have been. Yeah, I know it's about the money.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like they could be in the same house and not see each other or on the same property and not see each other. So I think that's probably one of the reasons why they talk about it like that is because they really don't have to deal with each other. Be on the same
I just think it's their personalities and their lifestyles is to why they don't speak about it like that. I don't know if it has to do with the money because separated and not being together romantically and being like partners is the same thing.
Yeah.
So then if life partners and all of that is the same thing, what would be the confusion if that's all they've been telling people that they are life partners?
It was the headline. It was the headline. I've never heard, even in that clip, Jada never said the word separated. Like it was just, when I hear separated, it to me, I don't know. For some reason, I felt like they were still together, but dating other people. What I imagined was more of an open marriage. They're together, dating other people. But this headline was they were absolutely separated. Estranged. And that's what shocked me because the language in the conversations that Jada has isn't that. So I'm not saying she's lying, but what I want to know is like, I should pick up the book and figure out, were they separated, like not together, or were they together and just with other people?
And that's another thing, Niecy. That's a tactic. Like we can't really tell you everything because we want you to get the fucking book.
Exactly.
Like if we tell you everything on the internet, and also we gotta don't forget these are old school Hollywood people. Old school Hollywood people are not giving y'all their information for fucking free. And even though they was getting paid on Facebook, giving y'all their information in its entirety on Facebook would have been giving y'all their fucking business for free. Books sell, and Will's book did really, really well. And I feel like her book gonna do really, really well too. So ultimately, it was in their best interest financially to handle it the way they're handling it, which is to keep it close to the vest until we ready to do a whole book about the shit and then make a whole bunch of money off it.
Oh God, because I just have to say this is so different, guys. But it's like the Kardashians always figure out a way to monetize off their shit. So when you got this black couple trying to monetize, like, why is it an issue? I don't know how many times y'all done seen Kim ass cry on camera about the same shit. Like when people watching.
And I don't see nobody calling her a narcissist every time you turn around.
So I'm like, girl, go get your mind. I ain't mad at you. Tell it all. If you're gonna tell it though, make sure you tell it all.
But Jada is a Virgo. So I feel like she got it. And I also feel like they both have like control issues. You know what I'm saying? Like her being a Virgo, him being I think he's a Libra. I can't remember. Anyway, whatever it is though, reading his book and kind of getting a dynamic from him and his upbringing, and it kind of feels as if he did a lot of strong arming Jada into a lot of shit, and everybody kind of thinks that it was the opposite, that she was strong arming him. But if you think about it, she didn't want to get married. She didn't want the house. it was a lot of shit that she didn't want, and he did it anyway, and she just kind of went along with it until at some point she was just tired and resented him for like not listening to what she wanted, but doing what he wanted to do instead. And it always brings me back, y'all, to fucking Moesha. Because this is the main thing for me with Moesha and her fucking daddy. That lady did everything you asked her to do. And all she wanted was that fucking Jeep. And you still gave her a Saturn because your cheap ass wanted to give her what you wanted her to have versus what she asked you for very specifically. And then you got the nerve to get mad when she said, no, take your shit back and went work for the money. And then went got the used Jeep that she wanted in the first fucking place. Oh, principle. So I feel like it's kind of like that. Like with somebody, they want to get the accolades for doing it for you, but they really want to do it for them. It's not
That's
really
exactly
about
what she said on Red Table Talk. She mentioned how it was like a point in that marriage where she cried for like 90 days straight or something. I'm probably getting the days wrong. But that was the turning point in their marriage where she completely changed, washed everything away, and started honoring herself. And that was the flip. So yeah, I would like to know all of it at once. I don't think that Jada is the villain that people try to make her seem. I think people take bits and pieces of the August Alsina and they are like, oh, well, Will, why you stay? Oh, well, Will, you did it. People try to make her the bad. Well, Will, you made her, or she made Will slap. I don't think that has anything to do with anything. I think they're in this partnership because they want to be in a partnership. But the thing is, I would love to get it at once if you're gonna give it to me. I would love that.
This comment here annoys me a little bit because you said it here. Old school award-winning actors. Okay? I feel like times are different. Denzel, Will, and Samuel L. Jackson are your probably highest paid, most grossing black actors currently, and probably for the past 20 years. All of them are married to black women. The men who in the 90s and the early 2000s decided they wanted to be with white women, can you name some of them for me that are successful right now?
Yeah, and then back in the day, that was a status symbol. Even the black women did that. Yeah, what you mean?
Yeah, Eartha Kitt and all of them. What's my girl
Diana
with
Ross?
the banana? Diana Ross, my girl with the banana around her waist. Help me. Josephine Baker. Like, you know, of course. But and where did Wesley Snipes end up?
Help me.
I'm just saying he ended up in jail, tax fraud, and his career took a slump. And what did he have to do in order to get back in good graces these days? What did he do? He had to go back to black movies and doing a whole bunch of like lower than what he should. Like he should be on Denzel's level at this point because him and Denzel were on the same level at some point in the 90s. If he's not on the same level as Denzel, grossing the same amount as Denzel right now, he fell off. Jamie Foxx. Again, Jamie Foxx was never married. That was his saving grace that he was not married. Also, Jamie Foxx, I feel like, is one of those anomalies that is so fucking talented. It's low-key hard to deny him in any way, shape, or form. But I still feel like, was he with the white lady when he got the Oscar?
He also hides with white women. That's the thing.
That's another thing.
I feel like
another thing
he didn't
about
start
him.
popping out with them. Like everybody knew he was with white women, but he didn't start. You don't see him pop out with them as much. You'll see pictures of him on dates with them, but you don't really see it that much. The Rock, interesting choice.
The Rock is not considered black. He is biracial, but he's not considered black. And Eddie Murphy, in the height of his fame, was with a black woman. I know Nicole Murphy is very light complected, but she's considered black in our community. Okay.
Whose wife not considered black again?
She didn't say wife. She said The Rock wasn't considered black.
Oh yeah, no,
The
he's
Rock.
not. I mean, I don't think he considered himself black, even though his daddy black. From my understanding, he was adopted. I thought.
Oh,
and
he was
Cuba
adopted.
Gooding is
I always thought he was
sexual
I
assault.
could be wrong.
So he didn't. He's not doing well either. Y'all naming people, they're not doing well. Y'all see what happened to Jay Ellis, okay? And I'm just saying, y'all, it's not that it completely knocks people's careers off. I'm not saying, oh, they get blackballed and they can't get work. But what I'm saying is, in order to get to a certain level, the level that Will was trying to get to, action hero, Oscar award winning level, you really have to be solidified in your family life. And a lot of times the white people want to see you with your own kind. I hate to say it, but that's what the white people like to see.
Yeah, you're not lying.
I didn't make the rules. I just observe. The Rock calls himself Samoan. Yeah, he's
Okay,
Hawaiian.
that's what I thought. That's exactly what
That's
I
the
thought.
nationality. But being black, we know is a little bit more than that, and we feel like his dad is black. Haley didn't have to. Haley didn't have to what?
Oh, Halle Berry?
Like, I'm about to say, Halle Berry's marriage is of no consequence in her career.
How we go
She
from
didn't
the
get
men to the
married
women?
until after she was already
That's
famous, right? Didn't she marry a black man first?
Eric Benet.
Yeah.
That's what I
And
thought.
there were other ones before that. She was with Wesley Snipes at one point.
I thought she was with a baseball player too.
Yeah, and this is what the tip is, right? When you talk about them old school people, when we eventually found out that the old school people would say shit like this is why the next generation was like, oh no, motherfucker, we ain't gonna be championing y'all for years, and then we come to find out that y'all don't really like black women. So by the time the 90s came along, I feel like everybody was like, we got to make sure you fuck with black women. That's why Tay Diggs took a dive for a minute. Okay. Jay Jersey, thank you for the super chat. Belafonte told Eartha Kitt a black woman couldn't do anything for his career. And a lot of them felt like that too. A lot of them felt like in order to propel in their careers, they needed white women to do so. But the truth of the matter is, if you pay attention, like some of the best, biggest have, the black family dynamic. But yeah. Either way, you guys, that's all we got for you guys tonight. Okay. We hope you enjoyed the show. I feel like it was a great conversation. Okay. So you follow all of the girls. The next show will be on Jamie That's Me's channel. Will be are you releasing on Thursday or are we going live on
We might go live on Wednesday, so
we might
just
know yet.
make sure y'all following us on social media.
Notifications.
Yeah.
Just hit that bell, like all of the girls. Okay. Appreciate the content. Like the video, share the video. We appreciate y'all. We hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day, night, whenever y'all watching this, because we know y'all like to watch it in parts. So we appreciate y'all. Good night.